Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Field Podcast number 52. We are back from Japan. We are back on the grind. And I say we because Art is back in the building as well.
What up, fellas?
And that makes you a 3-time guest.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I finally get to sign that banner.
You haven't signed it yet?
No.
No way.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get up right now. Go do it.
No.
Bro?
Go do it.
We'll wait. It's always like the end thing, you know? But something else that happened that I didn't mean to do. We opened a P.O. Box letter from my boy Alexander from Tip City, Ohio. And we messed up on the audio. I forgot to unplug something from the camera, so it picked up no audio. And, yeah, my bad. I already read it. But thank you, Alexander. Thank you for the baseball cards. He sent over 4 cards. You know, he got some MVPs. He got Trout Ohtani. Oh, I skipped one that I did not read the first time around.
Ooh.
Frank Thomas. Throwback.
Hey, the big hurt.
Yadier, and a few other guys. So thank you, Alexander.
Shout out to Alexander.
Wanted to make sure we got that for you because this whole podcast is about to be a whole lot of Japan. And Art, I don't know about you, but what time did you wake up today?
4:15 in the morning.
I woke up. What time is it?
It
Oh,
is 6:20 right now.
I woke up like an hour ago.
Wow, you're still on Japan time.
Dude, I didn't want to wake up an hour ago. I went to bed at like 5 a.m. just getting videos ready because our good friend Mario is about to be staying with me for 5 days. So,
Let's
you
go.
know, I want to, make sure videos are good for the time he's here. And I set an alarm for noon. I didn't wake up. I slept through all the alarms.
Damn.
And then I woke up because he was calling me. And I look at my phone, and it has a 5. And to me, it looked like it was connecting. So I was like, dude, why are you calling me? Or he's like, are you taking a nap? And I'm like,
I'm asleep, bro.
yeah, I was like, bro, why are you calling me at 8 a.m.? And he goes, 8 a.m.? And I like rubbed my eyes, and I was like, 5? I'm like, no, dude, there goes my whole day.
I'm just standing outside on the porch like, hey,
Hey,
can
I'm
you open
outside.
the door?
I was wondering why Nikki was barking so much. And I go down, and I'm like, dude, my whole day's gone.
Hey, you slept well.
I did. I slept 10 hours.
I thought it was being like a
How much did you sleep the day you got home? Because you had work off the next day.
So I got here Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
like at 10,
Yeah.
10 a.m. home. Washed all my clothes. Took a nap.
Yeah.
Went back, put them in the dryer. Took a nap. And then slept like the whole day.
Dude, I slept for 15 hours the
Oh my
first day.
The first day? How is that possible?
What time did you guys
I
get
wish
back?
I could do that.
What?
What time did you guys get back?
I got back at like 10:50
PM.
But no, AM.
Oh.
But my grandpa's in the VA right now, VA ER. So I visited him till about 2 p.m. probably. And then I went home. And then I knocked out for 15 hours.
Right on.
Hey, shout out to Shorts, though. He picked me up from the airport.
I heard. Did you hear what happened to
Whoa.
him after he dropped you off?
Huh?
Did you hear what happened to him after he dropped you off?
No.
He got a flat tire. Like right after he dropped
Dude, this guy has the worst luck with cars.
He literally was like, I try to do one good thing for a friend, and then the world says, screw you.
Damn. I feel bad.
Over the seat.
Because if he would have not picked me up, maybe he would have got that flat tire.
He might not.
Probably wouldn't have.
Hey, shout out to Shorts, though, for real.
All right, but let's get into Japan. Everything on this right here is from Japan.
Oh, what do we got?
We'll
Show the
talk about it as we go. So, how it started. Let's start with the whole rescheduling of Art over here. You were supposed to be on the flight with me.
I was supposed to be on the original flight with
Yeah,
Austin.
and then what happened?
So I always test my job whenever I go on these big trips.
Mhm.
Like, I don't tell them like weeks or months in advance. I'm like, just like, hey, next week I got to go. And for the past years, it's worked. Until this year. This year, they're like,
Yeah.
So then I was like, what do you mean, I texted Austin. I was like, bro, I think I'm going to be unemployed.
I was going to say, I can read it word for
I
word.
texted him, like, I guess I'm going to be unemployed.
Yeah, I can read it word for word. Let's see. So, yeah, our plan was, by the way, that I was going to get dropped off.
Oh, yeah, he was going to sleep over at my house.
Yeah, at our house, sleep over, and we
Okay.
were going to go to the airport at like 4 in the morning and boom, be ready for our 6 a.m. flight. That did not happen. He texted me and he said, pretty sure I'll be unemployed after today. They're making a big deal at work, dude, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, no. He's like, I'm going to have to change my flight. Go ahead without me.
No.
To across the world. Go ahead without me.
Just go alone to another country where you're not going to be able to understand
When
anything.
I told him that one though, go ahead without me. That's when I was like, I went back to reality. I was like, bro, I just can't quit.
Okay, first of all, that's so scandalous. Just go without me.
Yeah.
You act like you're dying, like you're about to take the
Bro, we were supposed to go
bullet.
together.
Then I said, are you going to be good to get there, man? And he said, no idea. Haha. I'll get to Tokyo. I just don't know how.
You should have texted him back, be like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive. I'll just see you over there."
And I said, you're crazy. Let me know. Keep me updated. And he said, I thought about it for 15 to 10 minutes. I can't quit. And I said, safe to say you're not testing your work again. And then he got a flight.
Then like 30 minutes later, I got a flight. Like a whole daily flight, but yeah.
So then that leaves me. I take my flight.
Okay.
I had a 1 hour flight to San Fran. I had a 3-hour layover there. And I'm telling you, the first thing I did, I found a bench. I stretched the whole time. I just laid out like this because I was like, for 10 hours, I am not going to be able to do that. So I did it for as long as I could, got on my flight. I landed, and then I meet Massa, and that's our
Tour guide.
Massa. Okay.
It's short for something else, but it's really hard to pronounce. So I was like, I'm just going to call you Massa. His flag said Massa on it.
He said Massa too.
Yeah.
Like he never said like, call me my full name. He said Massa.
Okay.
And I go up to him. I'm like, he's like, oh, are you Austin? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And then I'm like, am I the first person you've met? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, how? There's like 19 people that signed up for this trip, by the way.
Oh, so it's a big group.
Yeah. And, some people are landing at the airport I landed at, which was Haneda. There was another one called Narita. Yeah. And before I even met Massa, me and this girl, Medes, landed at the same time, but at different airports.
Oh, I remember this in the group chat.
So I'm there waiting for my bag, and I'm like, hey, has anybody else landed? And then Medes is like, yeah, I'm here. And I'm like, okay. I'm like,
but where?
She was like, if you see somebody wearing a purple bag around her body. And I'm like, okay, I'm wearing all tan. And I'm like looking around. And then funny enough, I did see a lady with a purple bag, but we all followed each other before the trip because our Instagrams were available. Yeah. And I looked at that lady, and I'm like, that doesn't look like her. But I'm like, just looking, and I'm like, I don't see her. And then when I met Massa, she was like, oh, yeah, she's in Narita. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm never going to find her here.
Yeah. So then we were supposed to wait for Art, which I knew wasn't happening. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, he won't be here.
I also messaged him that I wasn't going to be.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I messaged him.
And so there was him, these two sisters, and Tyler. Okay. And so the only people that showed that day were me and Tyler out of the group.
Oh, you thought I had it bad with like my flight? Those sisters had it worse.
Dude, here's what I don't get. Tyler lives in Georgia. He laid over in Dallas, and he went. The sisters are from Dallas. And they had their flight delayed 5 times and ultimately canceled the day of. Oh. So they had to go the next day. But we were also told they canceled the trip overall. Like, we were like, oh, man, that sucks. And then I forget where we were, but eventually they were like, hey, everybody, we just got to the hotel. And we're like, they didn't cancel.
Like, you made it.
I was like, they're alive. They're real people. Yeah.
Had you guys, like, met the group right before heading out? Or,
okay,
like,
so for me, because he came...
a full day later.
Yeah, full day later. I landed, went back to the hotel. Tyler was the first person I met. We only had to wait like an hour till he got there. And then before that, because I had some time to kill, Massa was like, why don't you go sit, like, relax. There's a coffee place over there. So I got some coffee, and then I got he's like, do you want to exchange money? There's an ATM over there. Dude, it's like winning a video game.
You didn't translate anything?
They have English. So I hit English, and then when you select your amount, it plays like a little tune. It's like, and then the thing opens and it goes, and I'm like, whoa, little prize. And so did that. Then Tyler got there. We got on a airport bus, then to a taxi, and then to the hotel. And then that's where we met up with Yuli, Medes, Bella, I'm trying to think, Gabby, and Joelle. And so we were in a travel group for all the listeners. So you meet all these people, and the age range that's allowed for this travel group is 18 to 35. So they're all within the same age. And so we meet. Then we're like, okay. Like I thought everybody was just gonna want to like, we just landed. I'm gonna hit the hay. And I was like, I kind of want to go do something. Like,
Yeah.
and Tyler said it, and I was like, thinking just like me. All right, cool. So we went to this place called Bar Olive. It was me, Tyler, and that group. And wow,
Just a blast.
I'm
of
glad.
fun.
I'm glad we got it out of the way right away.
Oh, was it that bad?
They had. So they said salami and cheese on the menu. Okay,
Okay.
it was a Lunchable, dog.
No.
Like it was a cracker like this big, a little salami, and then like a little. And he puts it down, and me, Medis, Yuli, and Joel are like,
Dude, get
A
the-
full Lunchable, bro, in Japan.
we're like, okay. And then chicken cutlets. We thought that'd be fine too. They were just like chicken nuggets.
Dude, was the portions really that small?
Yeah.
Oh, I would starve. I would
So
lose so much weight.
we were all like, after we got out, we were like, what was that? And then I was, to keep the positive mindset, to kick off the start right, I was like, hey, wouldn't you rather get this out of the way now instead of being disappointed along the way? And yeah, that worked. Then we went to bed, and then I knew he was landing at 5 a.m., and I had no intention on just being awake when he got there. But I guess I'm a light sleeper. Right when he came in,
Yeah.
I woke up. And I was
And
like,
I was trying to keep it low because I was like, I know he's probably sleeping, but like, I'm coming in at the wrong time. I'm coming in at 5 a.m.
I roll over. I'm like, oh, you made it.
I'm here.
Did we stay up or did we got a few hours? I don't remember.
No, we basically stayed up, no? Because I showered. I was like, bro, I got to get like this
airplane gunk off
Yeah.
me. Yeah. So then, yeah, what did we? Oh, we started with the bus tour. Yeah, because we were meeting at like 8:48 in the morning.
Breakfast was at 7.
Yeah,
And I think you had to put your alarm 7:30, I think.
yeah. So then, I forgot about breakfast. The one and only time we ate our included breakfast.
Yeah.
Art gets it, and he's like, "Oh, macaroni and cheese." And I'm like, "That's eggs." Because I think literally everywhere else in the world, besides North America, I think they like their eggs runny. So the eggs were runny.
Okay.
So, but they looked scrambled. And I was like, dude, that's eggs, dog. And he's like, oh.
Macaroni and cheese.
Bro, I saw that. I was like, oh, mac and cheese.
I was gonna say the fact that you guys said the one breakfast you guys made it. Did you guys just sleep in the rest of the
Yes.
time?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Just
didn't,
missed
we
it.
didn't
It
make
was-
to
It was
breakfast,
only
bro.
7 to 9.
Oh, what? 2-hour breakfast?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And then we had a guided bus tour with Masa and Sakura, which was just another guide he brought along.
Mhm.
And we first went to Sensoji Temple. It's a 1,300-year-old temple. And
Wow.
big, amazing, awesome place, little marketplace as you walk up to it. This is from here. I'll explain in a second. But you get your fortune there. So
What?
So you go up to this well, I guess. It's not really a well. I don't know a hole. I
With
don't know.
water, right?
It's a well.
It was like wood inside, and the coins would fall through the wood. So you throw your coin in, and then you pray. You just make a prayer, and then you go to the left, or really, they were all over, and you grab this box, this like aluminum box like this big, and you shake it, and then a stick falls out with a number on it, and then you take that number, and there's tons of shelves, and you take the shelf number, and you have a fortune in it, and this is my fortune.
Oh.
And you either get a bad fortune, regular fortune, or good fortune. I got a regular fortune. So, the trouble upon you will change to better gradually, just like the clouds vanishing off. The moon will come out, shining brightly, the whole sky will clear up. When spring trees come and grasses grow, flowers full bloom. The scene change better like this, so do many fortunes come to you quickly, bringing you the greatest happiness like a bamboo green and more bright after the rainfall. And then this is where I started to be like, whoa. So
Okay.
the prayer that I said, please bring good health to my grandpa being in the hospital right now, and friends and family in general, and then, guidance and love. And so this is the part where I was like, whoa, your request will be granted later. The patient will get better. The lost article will be found later. The person you wait for will come soon. Building a new house and removal are both good. Marriage, employment, and traveling are all fine.
And he had told me before, bro. And I'm recording him, and I'm like,
What?
because I knew what he was talking about. And then
Yeah.
what that said, I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, bro,
Mhm.
that was honestly that's a beautiful life moment. Just what that that's a
Yeah,
once in
that
a
was
lifetime
a-
experience.
That was a regular fortune. I want to know what somebody who got a good fortune gets.
I'm trying to get that good fortune.
Well, I'll tell you who didn't. Art got a bad fortune.
I
You bring
got
a
it.
fortune with you?
No,
You leave it
you're not
back.
supposed to.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tie
So
it
you
up
get
there.
so you get a bad one. So you get a paper.
No,
like
if
that.
you get a bad one, you tie it up there.
You tie it up and you leave
Oh,
it.
to leave the bad luck behind.
Yeah.
Okay, smart.
And then after that, I bought me a red because red's my favorite color.
Mhm.
A good luck red bracelet.
Yeah, his was basically like your request is far away.
Like
It is
it
not
was
gonna
just-
happen.
It was just hell, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, is it like don't even try to travel? Don't
It was
do-
everything bad.
Like new house and marriage is not good right now.
Like, it was just a dark storm. Just
yeah.
You're gonna have to go back in like 5 years. Just be like, all right, let me see if I can get the good one this time.
So then yeah, we bought. Are you wearing yours right now? Your
Nah, I
red one.
forgot it.
This one here is good wishes, like wishes come true.
Okay.
And then this one, that
The
red,
gauntlet.
that red one right there, is for good health.
Oh, right on.
And then yeah, we finished up there. We went to a shrine, a little bit different than a temple.
What's the difference if I can ask?
Honestly, I would be doing a disservice trying to tell you. But
Yeah. Don't tell me either.
yeah,
Don't ask me.
I won't ask.
but I think the worst thing of that was when we did the cleansing ritual where you do your
With the
hand,
spit the water?
hand, drink, and then because
Rinse
yeah, rinse, and it was like 40 degrees and the water was cold.
that.
So we
water.
did it, and then we're like, oh, cool, like we did the cleansing thing, and then we were like, dude, my hands are
freezing.
It felt like frostbite. I was like, dude, I want to chop them off. And same thing there. They had like a thing, you throw your coin, you pray, and this one had more of like a tradition.
I actually wrote exactly
It
the
was-
prayer. I wrote it down. I took a picture, and I want to see like. in
Oh
a
yeah,
year.
you did that one.
Yeah, I did that one. So I took
Okay.
a picture of it, and like I want to see like in a year. Like,
If
like
it comes true.
yeah.
I did the one
So-
where you do the 2-2-1. So you bow twice, clap twice, and then you bow again, and then you throw your coin, or you threw your coin before. I don't remember.
Bow once.
No, 2-2-1.
Oh, 2, 2, 1.
And then we finished up there, and I believe we headed to Harajuku next. And what did we do the first time in Harajuku?
We went to that Pokemon store.
Oh yeah, so I really wanted to go to a Pokemon Center because Pokemon's huge in Japan, originated there,
Of course.
and I was like, I want to see like a big store. So then I asked Massa, I'm like, hey, where's the Pokemon Center? And he's like, that building, 6th floor. It looks like an office building.
I would have never guessed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it looks
wouldn't-
like a corporate
Yeah,
office building.
Just
You
all gray and boring in the
Yeah.
outside.
yeah. Like
And
go to downtown LA and just go one of those buildings.
Yeah.
Like, 6th floor, please.
yeah.
What the hell?
But there were a bunch. There was a Pokemon Center. There was a Nintendo store. There was a anime store, but it was more like traditional Japanese animes, not like Americanized animes.
Okay.
So you didn't see like any Naruto. You
No
didn't
initial
see
D.
no Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Okay.
Dragon Ball.
And they had like what was it called? Jump Shot, I think, something like that, where they had like the video games like Street Fighter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I bought some stuff. I got my Charizard here, who always wants a fist bump.
I was about to ask. He
Oh,
looks fire.
I got
No
something
pun
there.
intended.
Yeah, Art. So I didn't know Art knew some Pokemon.
You used to play Pokemon?
I used to collect cards back like in the day.
What was the best card you had? Or what were a couple cards that you remember?
Or,
Cards I don't
who's your
remember.
favorites? I
my,
know.
My favorite's probably Gengar.
Oh, I love
I like that
Purple
little
spiky guy.
purple guy. Like Geodude.
And
Charmander.
we
was
wa-
cool.
we walk in, and the first thing he buys.
Oh, okay. Look it. I needed a chapstick, bro. Like it's cold, so like I need a chapstick. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to wait till like get to a 7-Eleven to get chapstick.
Yeah.
We walk in. He's looking at his place. He's looking for whatever, and I'm looking for whatever. And then I see chapstick. I'm like, no way. Like this is exactly what I needed. So I bought Gengar chapstick. It's great flavor.
Sorry. That's
Yeah.
fire though. That's cool.
I ended up buying one later in the trip, and
Yeah.
it was Pikachu, and it was yuzu flavored, which I think was banana. It tasted just like banana.
Ew, a banana.
It was
flavored
good. Okay.
I'm not a fan of banana.
I got
flavored stuff.
I also got these friends. Or wait, yeah, Pokemon stickers right here. Seadra, Moltres, Gyarados.
Gyarados looks fire.
Mewtwo should be looking at you on the side right there.
Ugh, I just saw him right now.
Oh, they had a like life-size Mewtwo in like a container.
I saw that on your Instagram. That looked
That was pretty
fire.
sick.
That was
'Cause
sick.
he's like actually there's actual water in there or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Reminds me, you've seen the
Damn.
first Pokemon movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he breaks out before.
Yeah.
Love that movie. You get that banger in that movie. Brother, my brother. Ring a bell?
No.
Great moment in that movie.
I just remember Ash or Pikachu crying and then Ash like just a little.
Yeah, it comes back to life.
Yeah.
Thanks to Pikachu tears.
Just
Everyone knows.
that works.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And then after that, we tried to go to Shibuya Crossing.
Mhm.
We were a light away. So the big crossing where everybody crosses. And we knew, like, we only had like 5 minutes before we were supposed to be back on the bus. And then Massa steps in front of us and he's like, back on the bus, back in the bus. And we're like, it's right there, dog. And then we went to,
We wanted to eat somewhere, no?
yes.
Or did we go home and then go eat?
No, I think we went back for a little bit and then we went. Yeah, I think. No.
Oh yeah. Because then I freshened up and I went all black on black.
Oh
with the
yeah,
red
you
shoes.
did. Yeah.
Did you guys get the grilling that or the not the grilling but the style of barbecue that Taka had recommended you?
Yes, we did. That was the second dinner.
Right,
I
on.
believe.
What was it called? Is it Yakobi?
Yakiniku.
Yo, that was really good.
The first night.
Whenever it had it involve meat, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
Art loves his meat. He just loves meat.
We ate traditional. We had to take off our shoes. We sat on the floor.
On little carpets, right?
No, it was like padded.
Or like
It was
pillow?
padded, yeah.
Yeah, it's like pads, like at a trampoline park.
Right on. Just doing front flips on it.
We ordered sake that night. Oh my! Have you ever had sake?
I've
Oh.
heard of it,
Dude.
never had it before.
Same. So I ordered it hot. Art ordered it cold.
I didn't know it was a thing, hot or cold.
And neither did I. It was just like, it's cold outside. Hot sounds nice right now. Art ordered cold, and apparently he was the only one.
I was the only
and
one who
He
ordered it cold.
regretted it.
Because I was like, I like tequila cold, so I was like, let's get it cold.
Yeah.
Get it cold. Well, first of all, I thought it was just one shot. It was a whole little bottle.
It was like a
bro.
bottle, like probably this big.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy though is how much shots you're supposed to get out of that.
And it was
Dude,
like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I expected 1. I didn't expect 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I've heard with sake is that it's good. It is good. There's a lot of calories because it's rice based, but you get smashed, and I'm guessing that's what happened.
I'm guessing you didn't see what happened right now.
Oh no,
You see it?
I saw him just like in disgust, be like,
Me
Yeah,
and him
same-
both did.
same, we both locked
stop,
in.
Stop. Yeah, no, Mobo, we both did. We looked at each other.
oh, you guys both do not.
It's not
like
good,
sake.
dude. It's not good.
You know, it's not terrible.
It's not good. And that was our first night. And our first full day,
Beautiful.
I guess. We also saw Godzilla. So
How was that?
we didn't get up close, unfortunately. But we did see him from a distance. And and then, we tuned in. We had Disney the next day.
Mhm.
And excuse me, I have to cough. Okay, we're good.
Ew.
And so we had Disney the next day. That day, it was either we had a sushi making experience, which I already knew he wasn't going to be a fan of. But a lot of our friends back here told us, hey, Disney Sea. So every Disney, by the way, has like 2 parks. There's always a Disneyland and there's always something else.
Yeah.
Like here we have California Adventure. Over there they have Disney Sea. I think Paris had Hollywood Land.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Disney World has all those extra parks.
Disney World has Epcot, Animal Kingdom.
Can't compare to that.
Surprisingly, that's the only one I haven't been to.
Epcot?
Is Disney,
I wanna go to
Disney
Epcot.
World in general.
I've been to Disney World, but I want to go to Epcot.
I haven't been to any of them over there. And so we were told Disney Sea's amazing. Fireball was like, we have to go. So we're like, all right, screw it. So I told the rest of the group the day before, I'm like, hey, like, it's last minute, but we bought it the day before our flight. We're like, we're also going to go to Disney Sea if any of you want to go. Nobody else went. But we went and first, like, walk in, amazing. Like, huge volcano, huge body of water. You're like, wow, this looks sick. So then Art had already told me there's a ride. So you know how we have Autotopia?
Yeah.
What do they have, Art?
Aquatopia. That's the one ride I wanted to get into because I was like, dude, that is sick. Aquatopia.
So Unfortunately, the only difference is, you know how Autotopia, you kind of feel like you're driving, like you got the wheel,
Yeah, of course.
you can steer it, but it only stays on that rail. You're hooked on to whatever you're hooked on to. For Aquatopia, there's no freedom.
So no matter what, even if you're steering or anything.
There's
There is no
there's no
steering.
weel.
Oh.
No,
So you're just
Yeah.
strapping.
you're just
in like,
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go. And so that was cool. And then after that, I'm like, well, let's try and ride as many things as possible. So Nemo was right next to it. I'm like, it's either going to be just like home, and it's a submarine that's slow and, you know, not worth it, or it'll be cooler. And it was cooler. It was like Star Tours. So, you know, you sit down, and it's
Yeah.
like a little movie. It was like that. I mean, Nemo gets lost in the Australian current. You meet the jellyfish again. And yeah, so it was all right. You get sprayed with water a little bit.
Dope.
And then
Hey, I met Goofy.
you did. That was the first
I
thing
got
we
I
did.
got a
technically.
selfie with Goofy.
Yeah.
Japanese Goofy.
Yeah. Which I was like, bro, we're the same height. Like he was like smaller.
But after the Nemo ride, he found out there was a ride in the volcano. So I was like, dude,
We gotta go.
a ride in a volcano? That has to be bad.
We were hyped.
We were. And let down.
No.
Cause that was like one of the longest wait lines.
Yeah,
It was like
dude.
40 minutes, 45.
This ride will have sudden drops, sharp turns, and quick speeds. Liars. Dude, you were on cruise control for a majority of the ride, except for one
It was
part.
probably a long 6 seconds that it was sharp turns. And
Yeah, one part where you see a volcano monster and then you go boom past him, and then that's like the coolest part, and that's it.
So it's like a mix of like the reverse of what Indiana Jones would be and the Matterhorn.
I guess, yeah,
Just a lame ass Matterhorn.
yep, yeah. Kind of disappointed when you have a giant volcano. You think you'd have a cool, giant, dope volcano ride. No.
Even the lava could be melting and it could be like.
Oh, apparently that was the one thing I wish Tyler didn't tell us.
What?
Apparently at night it like lights up, but we did Disney Sea first because it closed earlier.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's do the first half for Disney Sea. So we only saw it when the sun was up.
Man.
Then after that, I was like, ooh, they have Indiana Jones over here. Let's go ride that. Because I thought it'd be different because it's Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull over there.
Okay.
So it's the newer movie. And I'm like, the one here is like the OGs. So I'm like, it's got to be a little different. So at the beginning, the Crystal Skull lights up and you go. But then after that, it's the same exact track as back home. And then the only other difference is some like big head shoots a fireball at you at the end. And that's it.
Dude, whack.
Yeah. But then cheat code. So they had an Indiana Jones roller coaster. And so I was like, well, let's try it. It was a 50-minute wait. But then I'm walking by and I see single rider, but it's roped off. And I'm like, I'm telling you, Art, we're going to ride separate, but it's going to be way faster. And so I tapped the employee and I'm like, is this open? And then he's like, oh, single rider? And he opens it. And I was like, let's go. We walked right up to the front.
No shit.
Bro, it was a 1 minute wait.
Yeah,
line.
1 minute wait, dude. And the guy I got paired with spoke English. So after the ride, he's like, how'd you get up here so fast? And I was like, oh, he was riding by himself. And so I was like, oh, I went on single rider. And then he's like, I waited 50 minutes.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, man, I just asked him if it was open.
Because to the like your eye, it looks like it's closed because it's roped
I think
off.
that's why it was so fast. I think everyone was just avoiding it.
Dude.
And I think people thought we were just like cutting line or something because we were passing through everyone and they probably never saw someone go through that line.
Yeah.
What was the roller coaster?
It was cool. It was the coolest ride, I think, over there.
What would you compare it to here?
It was compact and small, but it had loop-de-loops. It had sharp turns.
That one,
I don't know. It reminded me of the Indiana Jones roller coaster in Paris, sorta.
Okay.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't get on that
Honestly, I think it was the best ride.
I probably could have gone on that ride the whole day.
Yeah, I could have kept. Dude, I would have
Going back in line?
Yeah, single rider. Just dude, I could have rode that 5 times before somebody rode it once.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we could have rode it 50 times before somebody rode it once. And then after that, I saw this land that looked like Saudi Arabia, I guess, or India, or
Okay.
and it looked like its own land. So I was like, oh, dude, this got to be like Aladdin themed or something. And no sense of Aladdin by the rides. Like, we did go on a ride called Sinbad's Adventure. I've never heard of this little fella, but he's got a little dope tiger.
Bro, I told someone at work and they knew
They knew him?
Yeah. I was like,
Sinbad,
huh?
Sinbad. So he's an old Disney character.
Oh,
I don't know what he is
I
exactly.
think I've heard of Sinbad. I just
So have
I
I.
don't know. I'm not old.
But I've never heard of him in terms of Disney.
yeah, I haven't either.
And so I was like, all right. And then as we were leaving, I ran into Jafar, and I got a picture with Jafar. Jafar was huge. Jafar was tall.
8 feet tall.
Bro, but someone like cut in front of him.
Oh
What?
yeah, I was like trying to do it, and then they didn't even care. They did that to you and Goofy too.
Oh yeah, someone just cut right in front of me. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like we were all in line, and then this person just decided like just
I'm gonna go.
yeah.
Just better. Oh my god.
Pretty much.
But I think I got him on video.
Yeah, we did. And then they on the way to Indy, we did cut through like a Little Mermaid kind of area,
Yeah.
which there was a castle. So the castle you see, it was way small, but the one you see, King Neptune's castle, they had a version of that. And the one, I don't know if you know this. Do you know the rumor behind that castle? Not the rumor, but the hidden picture in the castle on the DVD cover.
Is it the one that looks like a dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
So I was looking for it. I was like, did they do it here too?
They formed it exactly to the details.
So I think we left after Sinbad's. I don't think we wrote anything else. Or like, I think it's time, right? Did we?
I got those cookies here.
Did we try them?
Let's try them.
oh,
So while we try those, I'm gonna open these too. It says fried potato, so I assume they're just potato chips.
right on.
I think these are vanilla cookies. I think
So you got those from Disney,
Tokyo Disney.
Tokyo Disney. I got these from one of the restaurants we ate at. They gave us a gift bag.
Oh, nice. I just got a bunch of Pokemon cards.
Mo, you want to try one?
Bro, they look like French fries.
I will grab one. Yes, sir.
Check it out. They look like French fries.
Oh shit.
Look at
Pass
this, guys. They
Oh,
look.
yeah.
Austin.
They just look like a French fry.
Here you go, Agustin.
Thank you.
Hey, Agustin, bro.
Oh,
Hey.
wow.
You just made the connection.
These are.
Bro, yeah.
Wait, why is yours so small?
Mine. Oh.
There's like three different kind, I think.
Oh, what the? Mine. This one's like.
I was like
chocolate.
looking at his. I'm like,
Oh, there's different kind?
dude, this one's huge.
Well, look, see, because there's that, and then there's like a chocolate one here.
Oh, what the
Then I got
hell?
these
It's a
like
vanilla
I got
one?
these like little vanilla.
This
Oh, it's
one.
like an
cookies.
assortment.
This one looks good. I'm gonna stick to this one.
Here, I'm gonna put these down.
All right, I'm gonna go with the. I don't know what they are, but I'm gonna try them. They literally just sound like they're potato chips.
I'm gonna try the small one first.
You know, like vanilla.
They're literally just like a potato chip. They're like a more unseasoned lay. While he does that, I'm gonna rip open to the cookie.
This small cookie I just ate tastes like an almond cookie.
Almond.
Almond cookie. These look like In-N-Out fries.
This don't feel like a cookie.
Is it like a
It
strap?
feels like a
What the fuck?
cake.
Here you go, man. Take some of the In-N-Out fries.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, these are good. They're like veggie sticks.
I'm not a fan of this.
What does it taste like?
Here, go for a bite
Like
on
a
the.
donut.
It's like a cake or a donut.
Here, take back.
I'll
your
eat
In-N-Out
those.
fries.
I'll eat those. Give me these. Also, we were trying to find food on the way out, dude. Oh, we also rode 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Do you remember that movie?
You know what? I think it's like the Mandela effect. I saw it growing up, but I don't remember physically sitting down
Dude,
and seeing it.
I love that movie growing up. So
It
I
was
was, we were gonna leave, and then I was like, Art, I'd be mad at myself if I didn't ride it. And it was cool. It was like it was a cooler Nemo ride back here, underwater.
Okay.
We think. We weren't sure if we were underwater or if they portray that you're underwater.
I said it was like portrayed like water because when those things got lifted up, I never saw water dripping out of any of the rides.
True.
Really?
Uh huh.
Man, Disney, dude. Even then, Disney's like kind of lacking lately. No,
Ooh, I like this
Yeah.
one better.
isn't like
Like
Disneyland?
chocolate one better.
It's good. Here, try this. Rip into it.
I
Trust
don't,
me.
I don't like the texture.
Okay, just random sidebar. How do you like Disney now? Like at least our Disneyland here. Do you think like it's gone? a
Oh,
little
it's the
downhill?
worst one.
You think? Okay, but like,
Dude, okay, so before I'll compare it to when we get to Disney, but on the way out, we were trying to find food.
Uh-huh.
The menus were terrible, dude. It was like one entree item at every
I
restaurant.
thought we were gonna split it.
They were all kind of like had me and Art like, yeah. So then we were like, screw it, we'll just eat something at Disney. So we transfer over.
But before we transferred, we stopped at a gift shop
yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
we
bought
did.
cookies, bro, like chocolate chip cookies.
Those were pretty
And
good.
that was our
Our
snack.
food for now.
Yeah, I was like, we munched them really quick.
They were good. We get over there, and it was like an homage to Disneyland. They have a big grass Mickey.
Yeah.
But dude, how wide this one was felt amazing.
Was it just like the smile was just never ending?
No, not the. I'm talking about the land.
the land.
Like, dude, like here it's kind of narrow. Like everything's kind of squished. Dude, over there, they just stretched it to left and right. And I was like, dude, there's so much room. I love it. And we got our food there. What I could only assume was like the galactic, it felt like pizza port over here.
Okay.
And I look at the menu. They got a few things. I'm like, you know what, dude? Tendies. Because, like, at this point, like, give me something I know.
You 10-year-old. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Fair enough. Valid. You're in a country you don't know.
I'm like, how am I going to tell them? So I just took a picture of it. And then when I got to the register, I was like, this one. And then I wanted drink and fries were separate. So then I was like, and this one. And she was like, both? And I'm like, yeah,
Wow, you got fat shamed at Disneyland. That's
well, bro,
crazy.
everywhere out of America. It's like,
I mean, I get it, but like, dude, that's crazy. Both?
you know, I was like, I'm hungry.
I did the same thing. I took a picture of the fries, the strawberry cupcake, and the alcoholic drink.
It is quite a combo.
You should have looked at him. You should have looked at him and like, how do you think I'm 6 foot?
Then we rode Space and Thunder, both cooler there than here, in my opinion.
I gotta know. Did you guys ride Tron?
They have Tron over there?
Yeah, that's like, or you know what, might have been China.
I was gonna say, I don't remember Tron on the map. Tron in Florida?
Oh, that's the one.
No,
I was like, bro, we looked
I
at
was like,
that.
no one ever mentioned that.
I was like, bro, they had that Disney. Me and Art had that Disney map pulled up. There's no way.
Oh, Shanghai. Sorry,
China.
Shanghai.
I didn't know China had one.
Dude, it's massive and it's sick. It's crazy. Think
But,
of it like a accelerator.
But-
Oh,
But like it's like accelerator, but with the same.
you talk roller coasters. I'm there.
No, dude, it's like accelerator, I think, but with the same seats as Pony Express.
No, yeah, I know. I've seen it. But yeah, Space Mountain, a lot more turns, a lot faster in my opinion.
It was fast.
But no music.
Nah, what?
So you're just sitting there like,
At one point, me and Austin was behind me. We were just making noise.
oh yeah, we were like,
I was going.
dude, I was like, Space Mountain has its own song. Where's the song?
You know, Fireball would have like killed himself.
Everyone knows it, bro. I was like, dude, come on, where? Yeah, and then Thunder felt cooler because it went through like more canyons. Like,
Okay.
it felt sick.
Nice.
And still Paris's was better though. Oh, dude, Stitch and Tarzan are my two favorites, and Stitch has been done wrong for so long. And I was like, dude, my guy finally got a ride. And I was like, Art, we gotta ride Stitch.
Okay.
So we go, and it wasn't a ride.
It was a walkthrough.
It was a 15-minute movie where he only speaks in Japanese.
It's funny. The people working there like give you like a little card and it tells you in English because they knew we were gonna speak Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So it tells you, oh, like the following thing is just a video in only Japanese.
So then I ask, I'm like, is it just movie or right after? And she's like, just movie. I'm like, he continues to be done wrong.
No, you know what? No, they'll probably make something at California Adventure now.
If they would have, it would have been done already.
Just give it time. They'll rehash it.
But anyways, then we went on Astro Blasters. That was basically the same.
Bro, I killed it on that ride.
Yeah, you did. But Tyler killed you on
Yeah, I thought I was good until Tyler.
Yeah. Then we rode Space Mountain again, and then we were like, isn't there a Baymax ride? I was like, yeah, it's right there. And we can see from a distance. We can see, like, arms moving. And we're like, okay. So then we go to the store that's near the Baymax ride where I bought this dope hoodie. It's in my other room, but I love it. And right after that, we were going to go on the ride. So then we didn't take our matching picture. I bought one. Medes bought one. Joelle bought one. I think one of the sisters bought it.
That sweater's clean.
Dude, it's so nice. It was the only like coolest merch
Yeah.
that I saw. They surprisingly this is everywhere in Tokyo. They don't really have like branding merch, really. Like there wasn't much that said Tokyo Disney. There wasn't much that said like Tokyo.
It was
Like,
basic stuff like
Yeah.
image on shirt.
Yeah. We're all getting our hoodie and we assume everybody else is outside and we're going to go to the ride. And I walk out, we all walk out and we're like, where'd they all go? So then I assume, okay, maybe they went to the ride and they're in line.
Yeah.
No. But that Baymax ride, dude, they get into it. They have
Everyone
dances.
knows the dances, bro.
Literally, the line. We're not talking about workers. The line. And they get into it. They like I have on my camera the MVPs of this line. It was like a group of schoolgirls, dude.
Bro,
they were into it. They the song like and then there was only one that I knew I'd know the lyrics to, and it was them spelling his name, and it was Baymax, Bay Max. And I was like, dude, please can we get that song? We got it before we got on. So the people in front of us got it, and we didn't. And I was like, no. It was a very cool day, and I'm going to take a little intermission to kind of like, you know, I feel, because obviously I'm talking about a lot of what we did, but the people we enjoyed this trip with, you know. So Yuli was one of the coolest people that we enjoyed the trip with. She was very down to do stuff. She was a good time every time.
Tyler was cool.
Tyler was cool. What?
Where's she from?
She's from Louisiana.
And where's Tyler from?
Baton Rouge. She is a bartender. Tyler is from Georgia. Originally from Michigan, if you're listening, Tyler, because I messed this up twice. I always thought it was Minnesota. The MIs kept mixing me up. Michigan. Currently lives in Georgia. I forgot what he does. He's into cars, though. I was like, I got some friends that would like you. Yeah, Tyler was the first person I met. Tyler was really cool. Medace was like our group sweetheart. She's a nurse in Boston. The sisters, the ones that got constantly delayed, they are from
Dallas.
Every time I said Dallas, they're like Fort Worth. And I'm like,
Who calls it? That's a Texas thing.
It's Dallas / Fort Worth. It's the same area.
oh, they won't like that
No,
because
I'm
I said Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh man.
You're like, when I fly in, it's just the dash.
That's another thing I'm gonna argue with them.
Yeah, he kept pushing their buttons because we ended up talking about fast food places.
Yeah.
They love Whataburger.
Oh,
And
they think it's better than
Art was like, that's like Jack in the Box. And they were like, how dare you?
No, their faces was something when I told them it was a Jack in the Box burger.
Yeah. And then we kept saying, we're like, hey, it's Shake Shack, In-N-Out, Whataburger. And then Meddy's pulled up, and I'm like, Meddy's, have you had Shake Shack? And she's like, yeah, it's good.
So did Tyler.
Yeah, and Tyler, he's like, yeah, I like Shake Shack. And they were like, okay. They were like, Whataburger, like, I love the fact that they have a giant menu, but quality over quantity. And I've had it twice, and I've not been too impressed.
Is it really Jack in the Box like type?
I wouldn't say it's better than Jack in the Box.
I call it Jack in the Box. I'm not going back from my comments. It's a Jack in the Box burger.
And then we had our savior, we had our group planner, we had our hero, Gabby. Our group, I don't think gets as close or does as many things without her. She, in our group chat beforehand, was like, oh, what should we do? When should we do it? What days? What do you guys want to do? And she spoke Japanese. She would tell you broken Japanese.
But it sounded legit.
To us, it was like the most perfect Japanese ever. And she would have to be like, oh, my Japanese is so broken. And I'm like,
and she felt bad at times. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
like I'm not doing a good job with like the Japanese language. We're like, bro, it sounds.
I'm like, Gabby.
It's okay.
None of us here speak a lick of Japanese. Like, I know konnichiwa, I know arigato, I know kanpai, and sayonara.
Kampai.
What's kampai?
Cheers.
Oh, kampai.
The girl Yuli, she got kampai on her hand, tattooed.
No, that was the time.
So I think that's the next day. I'm pretty sure. But Joel's
cool.
Joel's cool. Yeah,
Joel's cool.
He's
Puerto
from
Rico.
Florida. He does
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
Oh.
Yuli's Cuban, and
Oh yeah.
Oye, coño.
Oye.
Oye, coño.
He's from Orlando, and we forget anybody that was like in the main part. I'm trying not. Bella's from San Francisco. Couldn't tell you what she does. But,
You feel Bella's energy though.
oh my God.
You feel her.
Active.
You feel her energy.
Active.
Ariana. Oh, the two girls from New York, Daniela and Jackie.
We went sumo with them
Yes.
on the way back.
Yeah, on the way back. I did not find out what they do, but there was also them. They had 2 of the 3 dinners with me and you.
Yeah.
Oh, the couple, Roman and Malia.
Oh, they're young.
Good for them,
Hey,
dude.
shout out to them though. They're traveling the world at a young
told
age.
them. I think Malia's 18 and he's 20.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
And they're
like-
they're from out here,
yeah, they're from Ventura.
Valencia.
No way.
Was it Valencia or Ventura?
Valencia.
Oh, Valencia.
It's over there by Six Flags.
Yeah, and I was like good for. I told him like, dude, I'm happy for you guys. Like to travel that young, like That's impressive.
That's goals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like anybody here at 18 would have been like, dude, how am I going to pay for it? And I think that there was Alexis, but she was very quiet and reserved to herself. We really only saw her when we went to go eat. And Christian, he arrived late, and he was the same. I gave it to Alexa because Alexis had been there for like 2 weeks already, so she kind of like drained her battery. But Christian, to my knowledge, was a part of our trip only. And every time I caught up with him, I was like, "Hey, what'd you do today?" And he's like, "Just kind of chilled and walked around." And I'm like, "Why?"
You didn't do anything, brother. Come on, man.
Then I believe we covered everybody now. Then after Disney was Team Labs. It was Team Labs Day, and Team Labs was like this
Immersive,
interactive museum. Ooh. And at first, when I first saw it, I was just kind of like, "Oh, is it just like an Instagram-y place?" Like, but I was like, "Whatever, I'll get my flicks. I don't care." And then the morning of, Joel texted our chat, and he's like, "Hey, I recommend you guys wear pants that you can roll up. We're gonna be in water." And I'm like, "What?" And then so we get there. And you take off your shoes, you take off your socks. Yuli has a group photo of all of us, most of us, with our feet. It's just a shot of all our feet.
Yeah, you guys need to sell that on like OnlyFans
Feet Finder
or Feet Finder.
Dude, don't give them out for free.
You walk in, and it's like this waterfall, and you walk up.
It's like an incline.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the water's just like coming down. And then you immediately dry your feet off. And I'm like, "Oh, was that it?" Like,
so you're like just walking because it was like dry ice, right, above it?
no, it was water.
What?
And then you dry your feet off. You go into a pillow room, which to me was honestly the lamest room. It was all black pillows on the walls, floor, ceiling. Couldn't really even see what was going on.
So it was like a blacked out room
Yeah,
of pillows.
of pillows.
Like a big ass beanbag.
Yeah. Was it the koi room after the pillows?
I think so.
Yeah, so then that's why we needed pants we could roll up. The water was like up to here probably,
Yeah.
and you're in this room and it's just filled with water. And there's like these lights that are showing koi fish everywhere. If a koi fish I found this out after, if a koi fish ran into you, it would burst into flowers. I didn't know that.
Oh, that was the small detail that I didn't know.
Yeah. As a YouTuber, in water this high, I had my camera, my phone, like every handoff was like,
You were just inside dying.
yeah. But it was cool. That was my favorite room out of all. That was
cool.
That was yours too, wasn't
Yep.
it? Yeah. That room was dope. And
It got a little warm there though,
it did get, yeah.
because it was like warm water.
And it was funny because we were like, me and Art were the last two in there. Nobody told us they moved on. And I was like, is everyone still in here? I don't see anybody. So we left, and then I think after that was the flower dome.
The one where you were late.
So you lay down, and it's like
That one looks
a
sick.
dome of like, but all of us walked out of that room like we were drunk. Like all of us got up.
Bro,
like
I don't know what the hell happened in there. You wake up, you get up, and you're like,
yeah, you're like, oh my god.
All the pollen that you guys.
No, the ballroom was first. The giant.
Oh, I didn't like that.
That was kind of lame, honestly.
like that.
The only reason, because I remembered that was before that, because I almost skipped the flower room because it was just a black curtain on a black wall, and then I saw a lady turn in, and I was like, "Whoa, there's a room right here!" And then we went in there. That's where we kind of found everybody again, and then the flower dome, I think, was the last part on that side.
those silver little things.
That was on, so that's when we switched to the other side, and it was like it was a garden of like silver bean egg things that were like 4 feet tall, and
Dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, and then after that there was another flower room, but these ones like moved and like flowed, and we had to army crawl to get to a spot, and then that was it. That was Team Labs, and we knew that was the only thing we were going to have that day. So we were like, hey, I was pretty set on, hey, let's go back to Harajuku, because when we went there the first day, we were like, hey, there's a bunch of animal cafes here. There were hedgehogs, mini pigs, dogs, cats, otters, owls. I was like, I want to do one of them. So we go back to Harajuku. We get food first. This is where Art and I got split up. Art didn't want to touch the sushi, so I went and got sushi. Art went, and who'd you go with? Bella, Gabby,
Tyler, and the sisters.
So they got burgers. Me, Medes. Would you say Tyler? I had Tyler.
Christian.
Okay. They do look the same. I said this on one of the subways. They were standing back to back. I said this to Medis. I'm like, they're the same person with a different font. Me, Yuli, Medis, Joel, and Tyler. So after that, we split up. Oh, you hit your shoulder. I led the charge to get us to the Mini Pig Cafe, my group.
Mini
I feel bad for you, Art. Your group, they went to what cafe?
Puppy Cafe.
Yeah.
Why was that bad?
Because, I mean, dude,
Okay, it is
I can go
lame.
downstairs and get my dog and be like, let's eat together.
Okay, wait. It was mini
When
pigs.
your options, okay, the at the bottom of my list is dogs and cats because
Respectable.
those are domesticated over here.
Understandable.
When your choices include owls, hedgehogs, otters, mini pigs.
I would have done otters.
The only one I didn't think otters right away because there was a guy that was like promoting the Otter Cafe.
Yeah.
And they had a no camera sign. And I was like, man, if I'm going to go in there, I want to vlog it too. And I'm like, there's other choices. And yeah, they ended up at dog. You didn't even do it, right? Yeah.
No.
I went with those other girls. They wanted to go Puppy Cafe. I went with them because I was like, oh, I'll go with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't pay to go sit with puppies.
All you do is just sit with the puppies. That's it.
Yeah, basically.
And you, same thing. You just sat with the pigs.
Like you get a drink, I think, because you have to get a drink.
Yeah, we had unlimited drinks at ours.
Mhm.
They had a machine.
Did the pigs smell?
No,
Hey, tell them about your boy Boris.
my boy Boris, bro.
Hey,
Boris.
So the thing that, like, if you're not one of the pig's favorites, it kind of sucks. Well, it's fun still.
What does
so,
that even mean?
So, like, Yuli and Medes, at one point in time, they both had 5 pigs on their lap. 5 mini pigs.
Wow.
Like, because once one chooses a lap, the other ones are like, I want to be on that lap too.
So you just bombard you.
Yeah. And
Aw.
then the workers are good because if they see somebody without a pig, they'll pick them. You're not supposed to pick up the pigs. That's like no number 1, which somebody in our group kept doing. And I was like, you're not supposed to pick them up. And every time she picked them up, they go,
We're gonna get kicked out.
and
You have to pick them up a certain way, right?
you're not supposed to pick them up at all. So the only way they're supposed to come to you is if you're sitting down and you're like, come here, or they just run into your lap. And the workers were good. If they see somebody without a pig, they'd pick them up and put them in your lap. And then there was my big dog. So when we first got there, there's
Big
this
dog.
couch that they were sleeping, like a little mini couch. And there was big man Boris, another big pink one, and 2 little baby ones.
Yeah.
When Boris woke up, bro, he let everybody know. He got up, he was like, and he zoomed off the couch. And I was like, oh shit, and the couch was right behind us. Like if I'm sitting here, the couch was
You
like
think
right
Boris is like a teenage pig?
here. He was
or-
the oldest they had.
Okay.
And so, dude, that fella got up on me. He was like up. The picture I posted where that big one that I'm holding, that's
Yeah.
Boris.
Oh.
And, but he almost bit me.
What?
He was in my lap. Like he was trying to climb into my lap, but he was like, they give us a cushion to sit on and a blanket.
Okay.
So he kept like digging into the blanket, like right here. And I was like, hey, let's not get close to there. And so I was like pushing his face away, and he went for like a bite, but he didn't get the bottom of his tooth in. So it was like if the front of the tooth just glazed like my hand. So it just felt like that.
Dude, he almost took a bite of your meat stick.
No, my hand.
Your meat stick.
You know what he wanted.
Yeah, well, I know what he wanted. And
Boris,
he straight
crazy.
up, the other girl that was with us, Ariana, he straight up took her blanket. He took it and he ran off. And I was like, this man's a baller. And
Trying to
yeah,
be like him.
Medes and Yuli were moms for about 30 minutes. They had their little pigs family. I have pictures of both of them with like 5 in their lap. And then we found out after, I don't think I told you this, Art, Boris is the oldest. He's the biggest they get. But when when it's non-operating hours and they go to their rooms, Boris is very hard to room because he'll bully all the little pigs. But there's 2 that don't put up with this shit. But it sucks for Boris because they go after him and they try to bite his balls. Because they know it's a weakness.
What?
And
Oh, damn.
yeah, so I feel bad for Boris, but if they
Boris
room him
goes
with
through it.
any other pigs, he's just gonna like
Hey, no wonder he
annihilate 'em.
wanted to go after you, bro. He was like, if they do this to me, I'm gonna do it to someone else.
Yeah. Then after that, we had a little bit of time to kill, and Yuli wanted a tattoo, like Art mentioned earlier. And she's like, can we look for a tattoo place? I was like, let's do it. Like, I'm down. Not to get a tattoo, but to help you get a tattoo. I can't. But Yeah, we found a place. We made an appointment because we had a travel group dinner that day, and it was for 8:00. And then we had our dinner at 6:30. We ate a little bit.
Yeah,
And
she
then,
invited me at the restaurant.
who?
Yuli?
To get a tattoo?
No, to go. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like you're going, right? I was like, where? I was like, get a tattoo. I was like, all right, I'll go with you.
Yeah, so we went back, me, Art, and Gabby eventually. We were trying to help her get there, but she missed Yuli's tattoo, the initial like doing of it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I really love Yuli's tattoo. She got Kung Pai right here in Japanese characters, which means cheers. And we had already been saying it for like 3 days. Like it was one of the few words we learned right away. And we were like, hey, Kung Pai, like every time we had alcohol, basically. And so that's her. She's right-handed, so that's on her cheers hand. So right every time she does that now, it's gonna be right there. And Kung Pai cheers. I was like, dude, we've been saying it. Like it's perfect. Like the meaning is great. Love it. So then Ariana also got a tattoo. She gets on there and she gets it right here. And it said fireworks in Japanese characters. So
This is funny.
so then Gabby is sitting there, and Gabby goes, oh, Ariana, what is yours? And she goes, oh, fireworks. And she's like, oh, why is that? She just goes, fireworks. We're like, what? We're like, okay. And she's like, oh, no reason? And she's like, I like fireworks.
Oh, but dude, that's so awkward.
I didn't think we felt.
I think Gabby felt the most awkward. Like,
Yeah. Like,
fireworks?
Fireworks.
Like, okay.
Needs to be fireworks. Shit.
So we were just like, what the heck?
That's like me saying I want pizza.
Going to my notes right now. I haven't used my notes all episode, but
I was about to say, you're doing a great job. I had a couple just feeler questions, but you guys are knocking them out.
yeah, that was the last thing I had for Wednesday. So Thursday was attempted Tokyo Dome. I say attempted, and I can't even look at you.
Wah, wah.
I can't. You looking at you right now makes
Me?
Yeah, you
Why?
makes me mad
Why?
because Bruno Mars was the reason we didn't get to go the first time. That fella had 7 sold out Tokyo Dome shows.
What could I say? I'm wanted by the people.
This guy and his doppelganger.
Look
bro.
at that. Bruno, you killing it. Keep sending the
So
money.
not only was he the
Keep
reason,
saying the money.
not only was he the reason we didn't get to go to the Japan Hall of Fame that first time,
Yeah.
the whole time we're there, like not trying to waste our time over there, they're blasting his music.
Oh, so you guys just do not.
25 carat. 25 carat.
Marry me.
Marry me.
Or what is
like
that song?
every song.
What
bro.
about when I was young or when I was your man?
Everything?
Probably.
Bro. Ooh. So not only is Tokyo Dome home to Japan's best baseball team in its history, but it's also like a mall amusement park. So I'm like, yo, if that
Amusement park?
there's a roller coaster. So I was like, yo, if that roller coaster's open, I want to go on that roller coaster. It wasn't, of course, but the Ferris wheel was open. So we went on that. I was like, let's do something. And that was cool. I would have loved it on the roller coaster because it went really high and it went through a building. And
Sick.
yeah, sick to look at. And then after I was like, all right, well, I want to get souvenirs. And, when I do baseball souvenirs, I usually get a baseball, I get a mini bat. And yeah, then I'm like pretty much good.
Yep.
And a sticker. And I wanted something I could wear too, so I wanted a hat. And so did Tony Todd. He asked me, can you get me a Tokyo Giants hat if you see one? We went to 4 team stores, all sold out. And one of them is the official New Era store. As the official New Era store, shouldn't it be required that you have hats on deck?
It should be required to never not have them.
Exactly.
When he told me Tony wanted a hat, I was like, oh, bro, that's going to be easy. Like,
We thought that'd be the easiest thing of the trip to
That
find.
should have been the easiest
that's
thing.
easy.
Instead, I ended up getting a jersey because I wanted
Fire.
I wanted something.
Fire.
And this guy is like a legend for the Giants. Hayato Sakamoto, I believe. Sakamoto. And I think he just got his 2000th hit this past season
Oh wow.
because they had like 2000 Sakamoto everything.
Mhm.
And guy, we looked him up, dude. Multiple time All-Star.
He's just killing it over there.
Yeah, crazy. Like he's one of their
He's
best.
a captain.
Yeah, captain. Yeah.
Oh, they over there have designated captains.
Yeah, it's not like here. Well, I don't know if every team has a captain,
I
but
don't think
like
every team has a
here in
captain,
America, like it's rare that a team elects a captain. Like Judge is a captain, Salvi was a captain. Red Sox had Euclid as a captain for a bit. Besides that, I can't really name any other captains.
Did the Dodgers ever have a captain?
I don't think so.
Yeah, couldn't find that. Got this jersey, and then obviously I wanted the bat. And check this out. These bats are not like the bats here. So there was no like traditional wood bat. So I got this. But watch this. Ready?
Okay.
Oh! Oh!
It was like a glow up stick at a club.
Yeah, literally, bro. Imagine a stadium full of these, all in the Giants orange. Just.
Let me see that. Dude, this is cool.
No baseballs, so I didn't get a souvenir baseball. But yeah, I got that. I was like, it looks like a bat.
You gotta take this to Angel games.
Bro, what are you doing? You take the Pokemon cards out, you don't put them back?
I'm sorry, I tried, but we were
tried.
just going into the topics.
You can put them back now.
Okay. Anywho, so okay, you guys were denied the Tokyo Dome
Yep.
for the Hall of Fame and just other activities. Dude, is it a sense of like they close it down? It's only everything's open when it's popping?
Well, if just Bruno wasn't performing, it was open. But, you know, he had a concert that day.
Of course.
And after that, we went to Skytree, the tallest building that you can go to for observation. And pretty cool. We had a clear day, so we were able to see Mount Fuji.
Beautiful.
So I have a picture of Fuji and Tokyo Dome in the same shot. That was really cool. I'm probably going to get another canvas of this picture I took of Tokyo Dome.
Mhm.
Don't know when. I'll probably just wait till my birthday and ask for it again. Oh, the Ferris wheel, by the way, had karaoke. We didn't choose that because it was all Japanese songs. But if you wanted to, they had karaoke on it. But yeah, Skytree, they had a little mall attached to it with another Pokemon Center, which was all, I think this one was cooler.
Yeah.
This one
It
instead
had more options.
more options. Instead of Mewtwo, it had Rayquaza like bursting through the ceiling. If you know who that is.
I don't know. Which one.
Yeah.
I know Suicune and Raikou.
Oh, those are Gen 2. I'm talking Gen 3.
That's as much as I went.
We all met.
We tried to go to the Kirby Cafe.
We did. We did.
Kirby Cafe.
That was at the bottom of the Skytree. And guess how long that was booked for?
3 hours. 5 hours.
I wish it was.
It was booked all of January, all of February.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So, yeah, there was no shot at that.
Dude, whack.
That's so then that was also the first everybody else that day went to Mount Fuji, like a little tour of Mount Fuji all the way out there. Me and Art chose, you know, we want to do Tokyo Dome, the baseball fan in us. And then they all came back. We all met up and they were like, "Hey, let's go out. Like let's explore like the nightlife of Tokyo."
Oh, this is where we had it so
That's
chill.
where I'm getting to. That's the first thing I have right here. So we did pre-gaming at a bar,
Dope.
and they have this menu. Dude, bars are in the weirdest place. So a lot of buildings there, like you think bars would all be ground level, right? No, there's so many things that are like floor 4, floor 5, floor whatever. So this bar was on like floor.
It's like offices turn into bars.
Yeah. And that's how you have to read. Like, I eventually figured it out. Like, eventually you just see all these vertical signs with businesses, but you don't really put it together. And then you're like, oh, it says 1F, floor 1, 2F, floor 2, or B1, B2, basement 1, basement 2. And you just figure it out from there. And then after we went up there, we sat down, and he was like, everybody has to at least get one drink. Like, apparently that was the courtesy.
Yeah.
And so he shows us this menu. And I'm reading it, and I see shochu, not soju. So I'm like, oh, shochu, and then everybody, yeah.
Because I also told him, I was like, soju? He's like, yeah. I was like, hey guys, soju?
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, yeah.
I've never had soju, by the way. So I'm like, all right, like everybody seems to love it. So like, yeah.
You never had soju?
No,
Bro, it's so good.
it's not what we had.
Well, soju is the
And
one I've had here.
And then there's
So
shochu,
chu
which is
is
what we had over there.
there.
So that's the difference. There's a Jew and a chew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he brings it to us, and it's in mugs like this big. It looks like sparkling water.
It looked like soju
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, and then I drink it, and I'm like, "This is what y'all like." Like, I'm like, "Oh
This
my!"
is the hype?
I'm like, "Oh my god, that hurt." And then
What was it like? Like a piss warm 4 logo.
Vodka.
vodka,
Mineral water, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh, so it's like a giant like vodka club soda.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. That's
The only people that finished it were me and Joelle.
You guys finished it on a chug. I finished mine.
Oh, you
but
finished yours?
I took
Okay.
a while.
Okay. Bella invited Bella had friends like at the ready. Mind her, she's from San Fran.
What the hell?
And
I feel like she's got a friend everywhere. Like she could just hit up like, "Yo, I'm here. Like, where are we going?"
so
she is
the,
Miss
the,
Worldwide.
the first day she had, I believe, a Bumble date or Tinder date. A guy from Turkey.
Wild flex.
She also brought another friend the second night when we went to a rooftop bar. We didn't really stay out that night. We just did that one rooftop bar.
Yeah.
And she brought a friend from, where was she from? Guatemala?
Yeah.
Art? Yeah.
Oh, that I remember.
And
the
she,
rooftop
dude,
bar.
she was 30. I couldn't believe that. I
She
was
looked
like,
young.
yeah, because everyone was like, oh, how old is everybody? And she was like, how old do you guys think I am? And I was like, oh, 23. And she was like, I'm 30. And I'm like, what? Oh, I was like, no way. And then that night, she invited a friend to come help us translate and help find a place because we were like, we don't know where to go. And we went to, well, I went. Art went home with
Meaties.
Mateys.
I went home with meaties.
Then the rest of us went to this club called Warp, and I love that club.
Warp.
And I'm not even a club guy. Like, I'll go, but like, it's rare to you get me in a club that I feel like I can club. Like, the only few times I would say was Arizona when we went with Jasmine and Cheyenne. I had a good time that night.
Oh yeah.
And this Warp. That's about it.
You remember when that guy at Tokyo Dome kind of like, I don't know if he wanted to buy it or
it
like,
seemed like he did. So there was a guy at Tokyo Dome that walked up to Art,
Okay.
and he was like, "You get that jersey here?" It was his Otani Dodgers jersey.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
so he's trying to like, if I got it there, I was like, no, like I got it from back home. And then like there was kind of like a little language barrier between like I kind of like understood, but kind of like didn't know
Yeah.
where he was going. But I was like, I think he wants to buy the jersey off of me.
Yeah.
Was he like holding money or just like
No.
No, but like,
You can kind of tell.
His attitude kind of seemed like he wanted to bite off his back.
yeah.
Just leave you fucking shirtless.
Well, no, he had layers under.
If he'd have gave me dollars, yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. I mean, I could still get one.
How much? What was the minimum that you would have taken?
Like 150,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what you paid for essentially?
basically.
How
Yeah.
much did you pay for it? Like 2?
No, like 170.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You would have given him a steal.
They're more accessible here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he would have said like I got 150 cash dollars, I would have said yeah. I was like here.
Back to the club. Anything where you put songs that get me going, I'll be in the mood. I'll dance, I'll sing. And this DJ the first night, oh my God, he was on one, bro. He was so good. And that first night, Yuli wasn't there right away.
Oh, I know. She was knocked out.
Yeah, she was knocked out at the hotel, and I was like, this feels wrong. Like, Yuli needs to be here. And so it was me, Tyler, and the sisters, and they were the ones who really wanted to find a spot. They were like, I want to go out, like I want to drink. And so I was having a lot of fun with all them, and then Yuli pulled up, and I'm like, Yuli, like you need to be here. Like
Yuli is like Cheyenne.
Okay.
I'd feel like a more like tame Cheyenne. Because
Chartreuse can get
once
wild.
Yuli gets going, she's still like intact, and she's still.
Not my face, just immediately.
Oh, you know, with Cheyenne, when Cheyenne gets, she gets into her party girl. She's her party girl.
Hey, she is.
Because I'll say, like, I saw Yuli drink, but Yuli never got like even buzzed. I would say.
She's not a woo girl. She's not a woo.
No, I feel like she is if she gets drunk enough,
Okay.
but she didn't. That's the other thing. I feel like the alcohol over there is weak as hell.
Oh,
Dude, I had that whole thing of shochu. This is all that night. Shochu, 3 or 4 Coronas, an Asahi, and 2 shots.
And Asahi's nothing.
Okay, but what about everything else I named combined with it?
2 shots, you should be okay. But okay, yeah, you drank a good amount.
The
Yeah.
sochu strong.
I didn't
and
feel
he chugged that shit.
the only time. Yeah, I did.
Okay, was it strong? or
to
does
get it
taste like
over
shit?
with. That was the only reason I
I
chugged
tried
it.
to chug it, and bro, it didn't work.
Yeah, I only did it to get it over because Joel did it, and he's like, "If you just do it, it's gone." And I was like, "He's right."
What logic?
And that was the only time I felt something. I was a little buzzed after that, but you think adding on, I'd continue to get more buzzed and drunk.
Well, you have to remember, everyone's like small over there. So what you drink was like 4 people over there.
Dude, I felt nothing. Usually I'm very like here, my acid reflux, I'll start to feel my throat burn and I'll feel disgusted, and not once. I couldn't believe it. I didn't have water or anything or food. I'm like, dude, I don't know how, but I loved it. And then Yuli showed up, and dude, they were playing banger after banger after banger after banger. They played songs at the club that I was like, what the hell? They played "See You Again" from Fast 7.
But like a club, but like
a club version.
A club version.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
I got into it. They played Tokyo Drift. I listened to
Right.
Tokyo Drift in Tokyo at a club.
Okay, but like that's a
I
given.
wonder if you know. Have you been to Tokyo? If you've seen it, then you mean it. Then you know you have to go. First and
Drip. How's that for you? Dude, that's fucking
As soon as that
perfect.
hit, I
Oh,
was,
that day's the day I saw the car and I
Oh,
sent it to
yeah,
Lobo.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I lost my guys.
Oh,
Art
so-
sent me a
so-
picture
so-
of the
so-
RX-7.
So on at Skytree, I did figure out how to do those car meets, but they were expensive.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, you can pay for them on like a Groupon kind of thing. And
No.
they'll drive you around. They'll take you to a meet, but it was like $150
I mean, it's worth it
to go back, baby.
though. Dude, fuck.
Hey,
you know what's
when I go
crazy?
back, I already got 3 things in my head that I want to do: see a baseball game,
Oh, we're going for baseball.
Mario Kart, and that.
Dude, let me tell you right now, a little bit of lore. Dude, there's guides you can meet or like even just try to network with.
Yep.
So not only will they get you to these exclusive and like super VIP, super high class car meets, like dude, they will take you up into the mountains if you have the time, and they will take you to
Oh,
the
dude,
street
they're-
drifters.
I
that's
wanted
fucking
to.
going
I was
at
like,
it.
if there's someone that knows how to get to like a car meet, it would be Mobu.
Dude, no, like
There-
you could
there-
talk to the lokes and be like, hey, like,
there were like 4 options for those kind of meets.
well, like like I would say you'd get to the meet.
Like one of them, the Yelp review,
Yeah.
somebody left a review and was like, "Oh yeah, he even dropped us off at our hotel after."
I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, the car community over there is so ridiculously awesome.
I also thought of another story. So when me and Art were separated the day of the animal cafes,
Yeah.
he texted me and he's like, "Bro, you'll never believe what I got." And so I'm with Medes and I show her. I'm like, "Oh, Art must have just got something cool." And she's like, "What do you think it is?" And I was like, knowing him, it's something Otani related or Dodgers related. And then I was like, it's going to be something where he's like, "Look." And then we meet up and he's like, "I got a jacket, bro." And he's like, "I'm warm now."
I didn't take a jacket.
How long did you rock? Okay, how long did you not rock a jacket for?
2 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Disney was the worst for you.
Disney was bad, bro.
I'm surprised you didn't get.
Oh
one
yeah,
at
our
Disney.
worst weather day, by the way, was the Disney day.
Well, okay, explain to me the weather.
Have
How
you ever
is it?
had wind that can push you?
maybe Chicago?
You remember when
But
we were
no.
going to that ride of the movie?
The
That-
Stitch?
No, the movie that you liked when you
Oh,
were a kid.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's when I saw the wind just blowing the trees. Like,
Well, no, Santa Ana winds here is pretty. Bad.
No. Dude, this like took my leg and went like
Oh, it's like tornado wind.
like it pushed me.
Dope.
Like so, yeah, that was definitely the worst weather day.
yeah,
And
being
then
a California guy, I've never had like one of those big jackets.
speaking of big jackets, that was another thing I was kind of proud to do. My grandpa has a service jacket from his time in the military,
Oh, nice.
and I brought it over there, and it was reunited years later of going to Japan.
Oh, your grandpa served in Japan?
Yeah, he didn't serve
stationed?
out there, but he had been out there with that jacket,
Wow.
and I was like, "Hey, it's
Full circle,
it's,
baby.
it's returning."
Yeah.
But that, oh my god, to lug that thing around.
That thing
It
was
was a-
heavy.
I decided to leave it because we could leave our stuff on the bus because we were always getting on the same bus. And I was like, the one time I left it on the bus was the worst time. I had brought it with me the other times. I'm like, I'm going to leave it. And that was when we waited for ramen, and that wind was terrible. And I was like, why'd I leave it on the bus? Oh, and the ramen, by the way, did you see our photos of how you eat it? You're in like a little cubby.
Yeah, it's like straight up like you're in school again, just studying, but you're just eating, and then they serve it to you through a little window, right?
Then once you get your food, they close it.
Oh, that's rude.
They have like little like wood things you can take off, and you can put them. And one says like, "Oh, it's too noisy. I'm gonna leave my seat for a second." And then one said, "I need a kid's bowl and utensils." I was like, "Art, that one's for you."
My chopstick
I don't think
etiquette
I don't think it
is not the
advanced.
best.
I will give it to him. He tried to learn on this trip. He asked multiple people like,
How's
"So how do
multiple
you
people?
hold it? Do you feel like you got any better?"
Not really. But it was a cool learning experience.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
certain people had it different ways.
Joel made up such a funny point. So obviously they close the window once they give you your ramen.
Yeah.
He didn't finish his. Like there was a good amount left over. So they're probably gonna open after we left, they probably opened that window and they were like, was anyone here?
Did someone just order one and just leave it?
Yeah. But back to the club, they also it's like over there, it's like a show. Like
Is
I
there
said,
like go-go dancers
here-
from like
yes.
ceilings and shit?
bro, they had like Cirque du Soleil, like they're on the ribbon things, and
Nah.
they had one
It's like they were dressed as ghosts.
yeah, they had one where they were dressed as ghosts, and then they throw it off, and they were Barbies. And I was
What?
the very first thing when we walked in. This is the first thing I saw at my very first Japan club. We walk in, and there's guys in monkey suits just going do, 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 with fireworks. Just, and I'm like, this is sick.
Can you imagine bottle service out there? That must go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. They have girls that walk around with a shot bottle, and they'll just be like, shots, 700 yen.
Sounds like Mexico to me.
Dude, I loved it, bro. It's like I said, like clubs out here are not like that. Like it's a lot of like.
It's head ass. It's serious. It's very. Oh, I want to look cool, but I want to look bored. And
Oh,
it's
that
like,
was the other thing
everybody
too.
have fun.
Like I felt like you could feel very safe, especially as a woman, because when you go in, it says like they tell you like follow these rules. It says like no sexual harassment, no clubs here are very boom, like you have room to operate there. And like I said, the songs, bro, they played Happier, they played Panic at the Disco, they played Stay, Justin Bieber. I was like, bro, these are all songs that I know the lyrics, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
Dope.
And then we wrapped up. We went back. I did wake you up that night. I walked in and it was like a reverse of when he landed. I was like trying not to wake him up, and then he woke up, and I was like, oh well. And surprisingly, that first night, the first person to tap out was Bella, which, if you knew Bella, shocked us all. I was like, okay, I did not expect that. She went home, but had a great night. And then Friday, I got home at like 3 a.m. We had to go to Sumo.
I didn't think you guys were gonna make it. I was like, I don't think they're gonna make it.
Nah, come on, bro. Come on, you know me. I'll be there. It was at 8 a.m.
Oh, yikes.
And, I got my 3 hours.
Lovely.
Wake up, we go. It was quite a distance. It was like 40 minutes away. And we only went at 8:30 in the morning because our ticket, which is right, it's a little green piece of paper somewhere. It's right here.
I see it. Yeah, it's right there.
Said 8:30 in the morning. And so we pull up, and our seats, bro. Do you see what we had to sit in my stories?
Oh, yeah.
You know how big that box was?
Bro.
Tiny.
No, I measured it. You know how big it was?
4 feet.
Yeah. 4
by
feet by 4
4.
feet.
Oh, you.
So a total of 16 square feet.
With 4 people in it. One of them being 6'2".
Wait a minute. 4 feet for everybody?
That
No,
whole square for
It's
everybody.
4 by 4. Like
yeah.
4 by 4.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. So we get in there
Ain't no way.
and we were watching the preliminaries. So like the beginners, the rookies. And it was empty. And we're like, all right, well, we have time. Because our tour guide mentioned he might take us to a samurai town, but he wanted to do it when Sumo was. And I was like, well, it says 8:30. And he thought it was just going to be a practice.
Yeah, he said practice.
So it was real sumo. It was just the beginner guys. So like not many people were there.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, are we doing the samurai thing? Because if not, we're going to go back to Tokyo Dome and try again with Hall of Fame. Because I asked the first time, I was like, hey, is it going to be open tomorrow? And the guy said, yeah. So we're like, okay, let's leave it like 10. And they gave us a schedule with all the times and everything. And so the Yokozunas, the masters, were coming on at like 3:40. So we're like, all right, me and Art are going to go back. And then Gabby, Yuli, you guys are welcome to come back as well. And me and Art both in our head were like, if they come back, cool. But if not, oh
We
my
got this
God,
space
I'm going to
now.
stretch out.
It was not comfortable when they were in there.
Hey, what? Dude, imagine me.
I was like, bro, we're gonna be in here for like hours.
Yeah. Gabby had no problem. You see how flexible Gabby was?
Gabby was doing like yoga stretches.
Dude, Gabby
in
was
there.
sitting like the most crisscross applesauce I've seen somebody. Her legs were like up here, and she was like, I'm going to take a nap, and then leans fully to rest her head on her knees.
What?
And I'm like, okay.
Weird flex.
And so we leave, we go back. Japan Hall of Fame was open this time.
Let's go.
So I don't know why I didn't put this together, but it's like their Cooperstown. They have all the plaques there.
Of course.
And I was like, oh, wow, I don't know why I didn't put that together. I thought it'd be because Cooperstown isn't connected to a stadium where somebody plays. It's its own place.
Yeah.
So I just did not put that together. And
Did it just look like it had the setup of like Yankee Yard? You know how the at Yankee
no,
Stadium,
it's like in the stadium. Like it's a door that goes into the stadium. You go down, then you're in a room full of
It's
every.
literally connected.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You're in a room full of every team that exists currently. So like the Swallows, Eagles, the Marines,
the Nippon Fighters,
Dragons,
Giants.
the Fighters, the Giants, and yeah,
There's 12 of them.
Buffaloes, and so they had a whole like case of like, and then they had like people's gloves, like they had Yamamoto's uniform, they had
Sasaki's glove.
Sasaki, they had oh my god, what's his name? Dude, little scrappy guy that used to play lefty, forgot already, but they had all that. That was really cool. Then you go in the Legends room where I learned about Sadaharu O. Babe Ruth ain't nothing, bro. Barry Bonds ain't nothing.
Wasn't that the guy that hit like 800 home runs?
868 career home runs.
800 and how many?
68.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So he passed Bonds by 100.
Holy and nobody talks about him?
I
Not
had
here.
heard about him.
I learned a lot about him, and I'm assuming that was without all the, you know.
Hopefully. How old was, or like in what was the era?
Like Hank Aaron.
Yeah, around that time.
Oh, like 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm. And fella was him, bro. And they had like a legendary southpaw. I forgot his name, but he had a lot of strikeouts. They
Like
had
4,000 something, huh?
yeah, 4,200 something, I think.
Oh, so he was like there, Nolan Ryan.
I don't think he threw that hard, but like he
Strikeout
he was an ace. And
Beautiful.
they had, so that room was all dedicated to them. They had like a box for a Cal Ripken guy, like a guy that was like their Cal Ripken that played so many consecutive games, and Cal Ripken still had the record over him by a good amount. And then they had like, you know, legendaries stuff. They had like Ichiro's uniform from when he played over there, and other guys. Then you go through like the WBC wall and all the championships of like young Little League World Series, women's ball,
High school,
college. And then that leads you to the plaques. And so I'm immediately like, where's Matsui? Because Matsui's got to be in here somewhere. And Ichiro. Yeah. We found Matsui pretty quick.
So did O.
Oh, yeah, we found Sadaharu O.
Hideo Nomo was the first one I saw.
Hideo Nomo, yeah. And then we're like, all right, where's Ichiro? And then just on logic, I'm like, he's got to be somewhere after 2007. Like, that was my process. I'm like, in the Japan Hall of Fame, not MLB. So, like,
Yeah.
I was like, around this time is where he should be. And we looked it up, and it said he's inducted. But then I asked the employee, I was like, hey, hi, is Ichiro in that room? And he was like, oh, no, maybe next year. And I'm like, what? Like,
How does that work?
I'm like, how's Ichiro not in here yet? And then, then they had a whole like room dedicated to WBC, the one they just won. They had the trophy, they had rings, they had the uniforms, they had my
They had
boy.
ball signed by the whole team.
Yeah.
Dude.
Kensuke Kondo, my boy from MLB The Show, bro.
Kondo.
It's my favorite card, and I love that guy. They had his uniform. I was like, hey, that's an MLB The Show GOAT right
Hopefully
there.
he comes over to the MLB pretty
Bro,
soon.
if he goes to the MLB and he plays for the Angels, oh,
You're getting a Kondo jersey?
oh, dude, easily.
We
Let's
need that.
go.
There's 2 guys that I'm waiting for. 3. It's Kensuke Kondo, if he ever wants to make the move. Munetaka Murakami, that guy. He did kind of have a down year last year, but this guy is just like he reminds
a power
me
hitter, right?
He reminds me of David Ortiz. Like, he's just a slugger. And he had a great WBC, great card in the show. And then I hate this one because I'm pretty sure we all know where he's going. Roki Sasaki.
Let's go.
I don't want him to go to the Dodgers, but of course that seems like the most likely thing.
the hot thing to do
He'll
now.
probably declare next year, right?
He wanted to come over this year, but his team didn't let him.
So where did we go after we just left Tokyo Dome? We went
home, took a nap, and then we went back to Sumo.
We went back to Sumo. And that's when, dude, the difference. Being completely empty.
Just entering that building, you see all those people, you're like, oh,
yeah, because we walked back in and we looked through. We didn't look through our entrance, but I just peeked through a door and I was like, dude, it's packed now. Like,
Shit.
and Gabby, Yuli, love you, but they didn't come back. So me and Art were like, oh, yes,
much better.
let's go.
Let's go. I could be here.
And then I wanted to, so the hours for like concessions, souvenirs were 11 to 5 p.m. So when we were there the first time, all that wasn't even open yet.
It was closed.
And then the second time we had like got comfortable by like 4 o'clock. So I was like, dude, I want to go check out the souvenirs, which they called the Sumo. And I was like, I want to check it out before it closes. And I saw a bunch of people getting up from their seats and leaving. So I was like, now seems like a good time.
It's kind of like an intermission, right?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to go. So I go, I get my little sumo chicken dude right here. I get this little towel of, where'd it go? Here he is. So once again,
Look at that happy guy.
yeah, like I said, souvenirs over there, not that traditional. Like there's no magnets, stickers, like not everywhere.
Okay.
So it was also cool. The Sumo was ran by sumo guys, I think. They were huge guys running it. And so they have all these towels for sale. And this one has a face on it. And I was like, all the faces were like mean or stern. This guy stood out. I was like, dude, this guy right here, he looks so happy. I was like, I'm getting this guy, my guy, Takanosho.
Takano.
I could not tell you if he wrestled that day, if he had a match. I don't know.
Let's hope so.
But yellow is also my favorite color. So I was like, it works. And then, yeah, got that. And we watched some great, what do they call it? Bouts?
Matches?
Matches or bouts. And my God, they're like the most intense ones are when they go for more than, because most of them, average length, probably like 5 seconds.
I was gonna say the normal is like 3, right? 3 or 5.
It's
It
pretty
was
short.
fast.
So like when there's a good one, like when they go longer than that, it gets like everyone's like, oh,
There was like 3 of them that
Yeah.
really got lit.
And then there were some ones that stood out. One guy spiked a guy, bro. He grabbed him by the back. I don't know what the official term is for the thing they wear, but he grabbed him by the back of it and he picked him up and slammed his head into
That
the
man needs
floor.
to get checked for CTE.
Yeah. He came up. He literally came up like, like, where am I?
Just dumbfounded.
And then there was that one. There were a few where they got pushed off the ring and they'd fallen like the first row of the crowd. There was one of the first ones when we came back. The guy hurt his knee.
Yeah.
He like came off and he was like, "Oh man, like something's wrong."
But just the atmosphere, like when someone got pushed or like slammed, like I just have videos of like people just all standing up, clapping, and going crazy.
Or whenever a favorite came on, like obviously we didn't know who was the favorites, but you could tell when the audience started getting like, I was like, oh, there must be somebody out there that
there was a lot of signs.
a lot of signs,
little
yeah.
signs?
Yeah, little signs they'd hold up.
Were there any instruments that they like
No.
make noise with?
No, a lot of people, you know, they like we had an older man next to us that was just like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was very vocal, and I was like, hey, I love it, he's into it, and they finished up, and the coolest thing to me is because we don't like popularize or they don't over there like we do, like a baseball player or a football player or any of the major 4 sports. They will walk around the concourse after their match, or they'll walk to the subway and go home. They'll walk home.
Yeah.
Like when we got off from the subway, 3 of them were just walking by us.
They just put the robe on and they just dip.
Yep.
Yep.
I was like, dude,
A
this
day in
is...
the office and then go
Baller.
home.
That's
Yep.
baller.
I got a selfie with one who I think is one of the more popular ones
He was
because
getting asked for a lot of pictures and autographs.
yeah,
Random. I have to ask: did either of you guys, long shot, get recognized
no,
No.
at any point of your travel?
that ends my international streak.
Damn.
We had one in London. We had one in Mexico.
Someone took a picture of my jersey.
That is true. Yeah.
I was like, maybe we'll get one. Like, if it's someone, it'll be awesome. But no, this was the first time we.
If anywhere, it would have been the Tokyo Dome, like somebody
yeah.
just walking around.
at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but
Imagine you're at the club. Austin Kleschka.
oh, okay. Well, that leads us perfectly into I think the last thing. We had our final dinner, and then I wasn't gonna go back to the club. I had no intentions of going back to the club. I was like, I got it out last night. Like it was fun. And the only thing me and Art hadn't done was Shibuya Crossing, which he had been talking about before we left. So I'm like, I still want to do it. I know he wants to do it. Our dinner was 7-minute walk from the crossing.
And we wanted to do. Well, I wanted to do it at night.
Yeah. And so we're like, we're going to go after. And then Art was like, why don't we ask Mateys? She's probably not going to go. And because they were talking about going again. And then I was already standing and he was sitting. I was like, oh, I'll go ask her. So I was like, Mateys. And then I'm like, hey, are you going to you're not going to the club, right? And she's like, I plan on it. And I'm like,
She had never been to a club, bro.
yeah. So I was like, what? And I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, it's my last night with you guys. Then I was like, man, it's now I want to go. Like, then I went back and I'm like, hey, she's going. And so am I. And then, so we do the crossing and we separated from them. We were like, all right, well, I'll see you guys back at the hotel. We do the crossing, we go down, and they're immediately just waiting at the same subway. And we're like, oh, okay. So we go back, and then, I think we had an hour or two to like kill till we were going out. And then we were meeting at 11, and I was still getting ready. And then Yuli, I could hear them on our floor. Yeah. And the only people on our floor was me, the two sisters, Judy and Giselle, and Massa, our tour guide. Everybody else was floor 4 and 3. And so I hear girls' voices, and I'm like, they're on our floor. Like, and I hear a knock, and it's Yuli. And I'm like, oh, hey. And she's like, are you coming? I'm like, 11, right? And it was 10:30. She was like, I'm just making sure everybody's going. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be back down at 11. And then we go back down. We take our subway to Shinjuku, which is where the club was. And then we're in line, and I'm just like thrilled to see like Medes is going because I just never expected Medes to go. And then we're like getting closer and closer to the door. And she's like, I'm feeling nervous. I don't know. I might turn around, guys. And I'm like, Medes, have you ever been to a club? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, nah, you gotta go. First club in Japan, and it's with your group that we've all grown to love each other throughout this. Like, yeah, you're all cool people. You're all good energy. And I'm like, you gotta go. And then to make her feel better, because obviously you don't want to scare somebody out of it, I was like, if there's any club you're going to go to, I think this is a great one for your first time because it's a show. It's good music. It's not like bumpy and like aggressive. And I was like, I think you'll like it. And so she went in and she never left. She stayed the whole time. Wow. And I was like, let's go, Medes. And she's also sober. She's been sober her whole life. And I told her, I'm like, hey, good for you. Like, you're not missing much. Like, if anything, it's just an enhancer to have a good time.
Hey, some people have a good time without drinking.
She looked like she had fun. And I hope your parents aren't listening, because I did tell her, I was like, Medes, if I post anything, am I going to get in trouble? Is all of Boston going to come after me? And she's like, as long as my parents don't see it. And I was like, okay, then don't repost it. Because I'm going to post it. Don't show them this podcast. And yeah, they had these. I wish I would have brought one home now, but they had those little sticks that I was waving in my stories, and I gave her that most of the time. Whenever I didn't have it, she had it. And DJ was not as good that night, I would say, as the first night. It was a lot more club music. It was a lot more just a like, yeah, like no
like
lyrics,
house music,
no lyrics or anything. It was just like, okay. But still, they put on the show. They had bubbles. We got balloons that night, which we didn't have the first night. So I was like, man, so you got balloons. We didn't have balloons the first night. And then it was funny because I was like, oh, don't put a baseball player in a room with balloons. So I had the stick. And anytime I found a balloon that was on the floor, yeah, I'd take it and I swatted it.
I think that's a natural thing for any of us.
Yeah.
Like, you see a ball, you see some kind of stick, you're like,
yeah. You don't want somebody's first time at a club to like be the worst thing ever, because then they're going to never want to ever go again. So then both nights, both club times, we had ramen after, and that shit hit.
It's just smacked, huh?
Dude, slaps.
Another level.
Shit was so good after a club. Oh my God. Yeah, then we left the next morning. We met he left before everybody.
I left like an hour before them.
We got separated, and surprisingly,
you went to Narita, right?
Yeah, you were at Haneda. I was at Narita. And surprisingly, when I packed everything again, I felt like I packed easier this going home. I was like, how's that possible? I have more stuff. And
packing was not fun for me.
Oh yeah, he had to lay on his.
No, it's just the jacket was
taking up a lot of room.
spots, and then like the little souvenirs that I brought, I had to kind of like.
Oh yeah, speaking of souvenirs,
squish.
Remember how this one lights up from the Sky Tree? I tried it when I got home. It's pretty sick.
Oh, that is sick.
Check it out.
Oh,
I'll leave it on for the rest of the podcast.
Hey, it's a sad goodbye, huh?
It was, dude. And I didn't enjoy that feeling, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I did get to hang out with a few people.
It's what the first EF trip.
Yeah.
When we were on that one, everyone went on the same bus back home.
Oh, really?
So we all went in there, and then someone started playing "I'll See You Again."
Oh,
The doo, doo, doo.
yeah.
I was like, damn.
As much because, like, to me on this one, I felt like I got so attached to everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we got split up. Half of us went to Haneda, half of us went to Narita. So I got to see a few of them for like 4 more hours.
And then it's funny at the airport, like you're like, oh, that's my flight. Now I gotta walk to my gate, and like now you start getting separated.
Oh, yeah, were you guys all pretty close gate wise?
So I met up with Tyler, Meaties, and Alexis. Alexis,
I think.
I didn't really talk to her much, but they were closer to my gate because they're like, oh, my flight still doesn't leave till like 3 more hours, so like we could just stay closer to your side.
Yeah.
Mine was gate 111, I think, and they were like gate 120 something.
Like when I had to say bye to Mateys and I had to say bye to Tyler and everybody else that went to your airport, I was like, man, the sisters, them too. I was like,
And the sisters were cool.
yeah, they were. They were
Sisters
really
cool.
cool.
I'm definitely gonna, if I go to the Rangers, I'm gonna hit them up.
Bro, they had me tearing, bro. They came after me. They came up to me the first night after the club, and they're like, we went home last night, and we were saying, like, Austin is so much fun. Like, we love Austin. We want to. And I was like, why you telling me that? I'm like, shit. And
It's
then we all went our separate ways, man. I mean, they're back in Texas.
Yeah, everyone's back home now.
Mady's in
Normal
Boston. Yuli's in Louisiana. But like I said to them, we got faces in different places.
Yep.
Now when they travel, you ever come to LA, I want to hear it.
That's exactly. Or
yeah. Like Yuli, I haven't been to Louisiana. So
hey,
I'll
Mardi
definitely be there
Gras,
one day. Mardi Gras, Saints
or
game, something.
Hey, but guess what?
What's up?
We get to do it all over again in September
That's
with
right.
a different group of
I
people.
told them, I was like, you know, the one bad thing you guys did, you set the standards way high. I'm like, now every group after for me, I'm going to be like, where's my Yuli? Where's my Maydays? Like, where's that person here? And I'm going to be like, I'm going to be judging everybody so hard. I'm gonna be like, it's going to be tough. I'm going to be like, you're not like Maydays. You're not like Yuli. You're not like Tyler, Joel. Like, where are they? But it was a good trip. You need to go with us on an EF trip one day.
That'd be fun. It sounds very fun.
Oh,
Just
it's cool.
shipping out with
I
a bunch
love
of
them.
randos and then end up being, like you said, just friends in general.
fun.
I was looking at future ones. I was like, what
It's
else do
fun.
they have?
I'm down for. We can already start planning one for next year already.
Iceland one where you can see the northern lights.
That and the safari trip are like at top of my list.
Yeah, those both look pretty sick. And they have tons, dude. Like there were so many options. Like not even for just our Japan. There were like different variants of Japan trips.
Yeah, that's what I like.
So I can't wait for the Germany one.
Germany, Italy, Switzerland.
Italy, Austria, Switzerland, Lucerne,
That's in Switzerland.
Switzerland.
During Oktoberfest.
I don't know when I'm going to see you, Jasmine. And I don't know if you're listening to this, but we're having a talk because Jasmine a while ago backed out of the Germany one.
Oh.
I hadn't done EF yet. Now that I've done it, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to be like, it is so worth it.
Dude, Cheyenne's gonna have a blast.
Oh, yeah, Cheyenne's going with us on this one. And it's going to be, for me, it's going to be entirely different. We were on one spot for all of this Japan trip. We're moving like every 2 days in the Germany one. And some of them are 7-hour bus rides. So,
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
yeah.
That's a lot of greenery you're going to see. It's beautiful
Oh, yeah.
out there.
Oh, yeah. Jasmine, I'm going to try and reconvince you because she was going. Now she's not going.
She signed up.
She did.
Yeah, she
I
signed
know.
up because you guys made her sign up at Disneyland,
Yep.
and then she messaged me that she was going.
I'm going to talk to her.
We love peer pressure, ladies and gentlemen.
This is another thing I love about EF. It's a bunch of people who have that mindset on a trip. Like, it's not a bunch of lazy Susans that are just like, well, not everybody, but most of the group is people that are like, hey, like, we're here. Like,
Let's go.
we got to
Let's
do it, man. Like, hey, when in Tokyo, like, that was our attitude the whole trip. Like, I'll sleep when I get home.
I remember I told Yuli, I was like, that's tomorrow's problems.
Yeah, that
Like,
was another
we'll figure
quote
that-
that got
like, that's
that
tomorrow's
got
problems.
popular. I was like, dude, it's just a bunch of people who think like that, and that equals a good time. And I'm gonna tell Jasmine. And I told like Yuli was saying something about money, and when she booked this, she was like, oh, like the money, and I was like, here's the thing though, you'll get back, you won't even remember that money. Like, I don't remember that money. Like, I remember the experience. I remember Tokyo. I remember Japan. You won't care about that money in 3 weeks.
There's not one trip that I regret.
Food ratings.
Okay.
So the ramen, for me, slapped every single time. I had it 3 times. It was called Ichiran. That was either the place or the style. But it was so good. Art, you and ramen?
Like
Your-
what, out of like
your,
10?
your opinion.
I mean, it's soup. Like,
You're such a hater.
like it's not at the top of my list.
Trust me,
Yes,
trust me, bro. He had everybody on the trip. Like, you came to Japan and you're not eating the food.
I
Like-
eat some. I just,
Yeah.
Like, I give it like 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Like-
okay.
Like,
And
it's
then-
not the worst thing. It's not the best thing. If that's the only thing I can eat, like, I'll eat it.
I'll only talk about the sushi because Art didn't even touch sushi.
Let them know how's the sushi out there.
So I had sushi 2 times.
Okay.
First time, all you can eat. Take it off the thing.
Beautiful.
Hey, buddy. 12 plates for $15.
We love it. We love 12 plates for $15. Hell yeah.
So good. Had some sushi I'd never tried, like octopus and squid.
Oh, delicious.
Dude, one of them.
Chewy, huh?
I don't know. Very chewy. Oh my god, it takes forever. But dude, one of them, Medes and Joel had, and they were disgusted. They were like at the table, like.
I think I saw. They said it just went.
Medes got up and spit it out in the bathroom.
Oh.
I don't know what it was, but they gave me what they think they had, and I tried it, and I was like,
Not that bad.
it's sushi. They're like, no way. I was like, I like it, but that sushi was bomb. Everything I had there. Then there was a little place on the street we were staying at that would open. You pick it off the counter and pay for it. That sushi,
Kind of like a grab and go kind of thing.
yeah, it was okay. That one wasn't that good. But then we also compared places out there to what we have here.
Mhm.
First one we had was Wendy's. It was on our street. And I was like, hey, let's compare. Me and Art both love Wendy's. We love Baconator. So we both got a Baconator. And then I was like, what's different? You can choose flavored fries. They had 4 flavors of fries. What? They had like regular. They had potato butter. They had
Potato butter?
like fish egg seasoning. And then I forgot what the last one was. But I was like, hey, I'm going to try one. I got potato butter. And I was like, oh, are you going to try one? He's like, no, I'm just going to get regular.
Oh, come on. You don't try the different stuff out there?
Hey, don't judge me, man. Eat what makes you happy, bro.
Okay.
What about the good old college try?
Come on, bro. You gotta give it the college try.
I did say that sometimes I did go with the good old college try, but not on that one.
The potato butter was really good, though. I'll admit.
What kind of
Hey,
fries
but
would you
hey,
like?
I tried to
related
even give you one and you wouldn't take it.
I know.
Oh, you're a dickhead for that. man.
It was good. It was good. It was just like nice little seasoning. Like
Yeah.
it was good. And then Baconator, I think, is better here.
Yeah.
And they had different kinds. They had like truffle burgers, like mushroom burgers.
Oh.
They had flan for dessert.
Oh.
But that was Wendy's, and I'd say better here. Cooler that they have seasoned fries with flavors.
Mhm.
We also had Shake Shack. Honestly, was shocked there was even Shake Shack in Japan.
That's I would not have guessed that.
Neither would I. And you know what else was out there? Taco Bell.
Love it.
Didn't have Taco Bell, but both of those were connected to the Tokyo Dome.
Interesting.
And Shake Shack, same exact thing. Honestly,
Shake Shack tasted good.
yeah, it tasted like Shake Shack back home. I didn't really taste much difference. And then me personally at the airport had McDonald's for the first. Did you have anything at the airport?
7-Eleven food.
7-Eleven food. It was funny because Joel still wanted like authentic, like Japan, and
Did you go to like those restaurants in the?
he went to like one of those places where you can only get like Japan food, and we were like, we just want comfort, bro. Like it's our last day, so tried McDonald's. They have more pies. Like here we have what? What are the pies we have here, Mobo?
apple pie.
We have apple pie. We have a blueberry pie seasonally.
Seasonally.
We have baked apple pies.
okay flavors.
Oh, flavors. Isn't there a pumpkin pie?
Probably seasonally.
I think there was a cranberry pie.
There's also cherry sometimes.
Never mind. No.
So we
cranberry,
get there.
cherry.
There was all those chocolate, butterscotch,
Ooh.
and I was like, okay, all right. And then more kinds of sandwiches. Like all kinds of chicken sandwiches.
Hot.
I just got a cheeseburger, fries, and an apple pie, which over there is always baked or fried, which is the better one.
That the one like the one down by where Jeff lives.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Always better. It was good. I liked it.
Oh, I had like the version of conchas.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the conchas.
Like Gabby was like, "Yo, have you guys had the melon pan?" And then oh, she showed me a picture, and I was like, "Oh, Art had that." I was like, "That's a concha." And I was like, "Do you know what a concha is?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "It's basically that." And I had this like cream puff thing when we were at the temple. That was pretty good. It tasted like cereal, the texture, and then it was cream on the inside. It was really good.
Oh, delicious.
I don't even know what these were called. Masa got them for all of us.
Oh, bro.
I got one that was called manju, which was the most popular flavor, and I was like, well, let me see why it's so popular. I enjoyed mine.
I got potato something.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. It
Yeah.
was like, I took a bite
You put it down. You're like, thank you.
because I wanted a chocolate one.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we don't have any. I was like, bro, you just opened.
Yeah,
What do you mean
they
you
said
don't-
they were sold out. And
Like,
I
what do you
was
mean?
like, they
I think
just...
sold out is the meaning of like,
They
they don't
didn't-
have any.
Yeah, they didn't
Because
make
how
it.
are you sold out at 10 a.m. when we were there at 10:04?
So that's the food. Biggest culture shocks for you and I in Japan. I'll start.
Oh, I know which one I'm saying.
My first one, the vending machines, dude. Oh my God. They are everywhere.
Like on every corner.
Every
Yeah.
like every 100 feet.
Oh shit.
Everywhere.
Nice.
And the amount of things you can get. You can get hot drinks. You can get cold drinks.
tea,
soda, coffee.
energy drink.
Mostly drinks. There are some that have snacks, which I did get that strawberry Hershey's thingy from. That was pretty good. And then some have toys. I never saw one that had toys, but when I did my research, some have toys apparently.
My favorite item on the vending machines was the peach water.
Or my peach soda.
That's all you
Hey,
drink,
Hey,
Peach
isn't it?
water,
Hey,
bro. Who doesn't love a good
Bro,
peach?
peach soda? You ever had peach soda?
Oh, I mean, I've had peach water and like carbonated water.
I haven't had peach soda. I had that, and I was like, you know why I got it? For the booty.
Who doesn't love the booty?
Everybody loves a little booty.
Everybody
Even
So
if
yeah,
it's new.
they're everywhere. Like every time I saw one, I was like, oh, what do they have in this one? And they rarely, like, besides like the standard, like the waters and everything, they rarely repeat. So like, I never found that soda again, and I was like, damn, that was
He
really...
was looking at every vending
That's
machine
cool
for
though.
it.
You get different like choices every now.
Yeah, but what if you find one you like,
Take a picture of it.
and then
Tough
go
titties.
back to that one only?
Exactly. Leave a little drop.
What would you say the most shocking thing to you was, Art?
The bidets.
Bidets.
It's every restroom had one, and then it had like a bunch of buttons. You didn't know what they were for.
Mm-hmm. I only used it once. I used it at Disney. And I was like, oh. Andy is a huge fan of bidets. And
Andy, I get what you mean now, bro.
yeah, because he'd always say, you don't wipe your body, do you? You wash your body when you take a shower.
Yeah.
And I was like, good point. And then it works, man. It makes your booty clean.
A lot cleaner than you would think.
Instead of like million wipes, it takes like 1, 2 at
Like
the most.
2 max.
Yeah. And then, yeah, besides that, all the other... Oh, and all the seats were... most of the seats were heated, which was so nice.
Dude, taking.
How do you think I felt when I came back here and I had to sit on a cold toilet seat?
Dude, it's horrible. It's like someone's violating your privacy with a cold seat.
How helpful people are.
Bro, people are so nice.
They actually were willing to help.
Dude,
You remember at the Skytree?
I have 2 examples. I was going to say the guy at Tokyo Dome, the first time we went. Remember? He was like, oh,
Oh.
gate 22.
And he walked like...
We walked a quarter of a mile away from this guy.
Yeah.
This guy
he
ran.
all the way back to us. He told us 22. And he was like, oh, 21. And I'm like, we would have figured it out. Like, you didn't have to run all the way over here.
He ran, bro.
And then, yeah, at the Skytree, we were trying to find where the ticket counter was to go up. And they basically walked us, like, all the way to it.
It was a mom and her daughter.
Yeah. Here, they'd be like, it's over there.
It's like, where's over there? And,
And I'm a nice guy, but I'm not walking like a quarter mile to tell someone, oh, never mind, it's someone over there.
Lack of trash, even though there's also a lack of trash cans, which is crazy. Like, it's like you have to hold on to your trash for a while till you find somewhere to throw it away.
Not even at like restaurants, you can just openly.
Well,
dump it.
restaurant probably, but like, say,
Like a
Like if I-
normal trash can, like out in the street, like you just throw your stuff in there.
yeah, there's none, dude. Like, especially for how many vending machines there are. Like, what are you doing to drink it all?
Throw that shit away.
Yeah, at home. And escalators and stairs, but we were kind of used to that because it was the same way in Paris, where if you're not going to walk up, stay on the left side and let people on the right walk up.
On escalators?
Do you not remember this?
I don't for some reason.
Yeah, you stand on the left, and then if people want to walk
They
up,
go up the right
they walk up the right
or run.
or run. Yeah.
Is transportation expensive over there?
No, nothing
No,
is expensive
no.
over there.
But it's just
Nothing is
convenient to
expensive
just
over
have that 72
It
instead of
is.
buying little tickets.
How much do you think I bought this jersey, that bat, and this sticker right here for?
there? I'm gonna guess you paid about 85.
That's a Nike jersey, bro.
Yeah, this is an official jersey.
No, it looks fake. No, I'm kidding. Okay, realistically, you probably spend about a good like 130.
134 for all three.
Wow, look at that.
This alone back home would be like 190, 200.
Easily too.
Yeah. To go to the top of Tokyo Tower and Skytree individually, both $20.
Oh,
I love the no tax.
No tax.
there's no tax over there.
Mhm. No tip. It's immediately, well, first of all, most of them find it rude, and most of it's included. And the one time where somebody did tip was Yuli for her tattoo. She was like, I know you guys, like, we hear it's rude, but like, and he was like, like, I'll take it. And so she gave him some tip for the tattoo. And yeah, I mean, dude, everything, like, I wasn't afraid to buy souvenirs. Like, I didn't limit myself. I was like, dude, it's going to be cheap anyways.
Like, might as well murder here.
Yeah, pricing was just amazing over there. Even for both parks at Disney combined was $100.
What? Oh my god,
It
guys!
was like $54 each.
There's
Yeah.
people coughing up what, like 102 for the day?
263 for a park hopper.
260?
3.
Three. Don't forget the $3. Last thing I have here, I just put on a scale of 1 to 10, our language barrier difficulty. I put a 4. I didn't really find it that hard.
Would you say it was kind of like the same barrier as like France? It's like pretty leveled.
Yeah, wasn't that hard, honestly. I'd just take a picture. We'd show them our phone, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's over there. It's over there." Yeah. Overall, 10 out of 10 trip, if you ask me. I had a lot of fun.
Art, what would you rate it?
10 out of 10.
Wait till September. Y'all are gonna see me in some lederhosen.
Lederhosen.
That's all, everybody. We're back, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Art, for joining us and
Thank you for having me.
helping the stories flow even better from Japan. And Mobo, did you miss us?
I missed everybody.
Everybody,
And by everybody, I mean just you two because you guys were the only ones gone.
you didn't miss Yuli, that you've never met.
I missed Joelle. I didn't want to tell it to you guys, but Joelle Joelle was so fun on that trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Next episode is episode 53. You can watch our videos Friday at 2 p.m. You can also listen to them.
On Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen, we release the audio first, and then the video goes up. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that every single upload.
And I've heard this. I heard Spotify started doing the whole Netflix family plan thing. So if you got screwed out of your Spotify, we're on Apple now.
Or keep continuing us on YouTube.
On YouTube. That works too.
And follow on the Instagram.
And the Instagram. That's
Thank
right.
you.
All right, everybody. Peace out.
Wait a minute, we can't. Art, go sign that thing.
Oh, yeah, the flag.
let's
Get your happy ass up and
go.
go sign the flag right now.
Let's go.
Arturo Garcia is up on this couch. Well, the single piece. But guys, he's about to throw down right now, and he did.
All right, send them off.
All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share to everybody, and we'll see you in the next upload in episode 53.